How we doing, everybody? What is going on? Let me just make sure. I said screw it. We're going live now. I don't know if I had to change this. No, I think we're live, right? Let's see. Are we live? Oh yeah, we're live. All right. How's everybody doing? That was quite the last hour or so. Yeah, I was gonna go live at 12:30, but I'm like, no, let's go live now. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Benjay? How we doing? You're working overtime right now. What's up, Nezzy? What's up, Harper? What's up, Carson? What's up, Braden? How we doing, guys? What's up, Indiana sports fan? What's up, Trill? What's up, STS? What's up, Jason Tatum Glazer? How we doing, man? How we doing? What is going on? What is going on? JT Thomas, thank you for the donation. What just happened? Rob Palinka woke up. No, I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing in the chat? So if you guys were here last night with me, we were live once free agency started and nothing really happened, right? We got, what did we get? Norman Powell. No, sorry. We got Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Heat. What was I live for? Brandon Carlson to the Blazers. What was like the first move? DeAndre Jordan back to the Pelicans, Kobe Sanders to the Clippers. And then of course, we were all talking about it. As soon as I hopped off, Keon Ellis signed, Dean Wade signed. And then I didn't set an alarm last night. Woke up to John Collins is now a Piston. And what was the other one that happened? Oh, Norman Powell is a Bolt, like two major signings. And then we got some new signings coming in, right? Like Mo Wagner goes to the Nets, which I was like, okay, they're out on Mitchell Robinson. Mike Conley to the Celtics. Vucevic is back to Orlando. We could talk about all these. Porty signed with the Sixers. Smart to the Rockets. And then my heart sank when Mitchell Robinson signed with the Boston Celtics. Like anybody but Mitchell or anybody but Boston, Mitch. I wish you got paid by the Kings, the Pelicans. I would have taken the Magic, just not the Celtics. So seeing Mitchell Robinson in Celtics screen is going to hurt me. And then, yeah, we also saw Walker Kessler get signed and traded. The big one, the big fish. It actually happened because the Lakers were going to have to overpay to get Walker Kessler. They had to give him a 4-year, $130 million deal, 2 first-round picks, 2 swaps. Like, they had to overpay for him, and they did. Chase, thank you for the donation. Celtics fans, sorry about Mitch Rob, exactly what you need. Yeah, and I'm sure you were, like, locked in on Mitchell Robinson during the playoffs last year. The dude cannot play 30 minutes a night. He probably can't play or shouldn't play 26 minutes a night, but those 18 minutes he will give you, he can swing the course of a game because he's such an elite rebounder. He's a good defender. He's lanky. Like, you'll take that. And I think it's a good contract too. I wonder if it's all guaranteed. Little Gaming Moments, thank you for the donation. Thumbs or Nuggets thumbs stay from sitting. Yeah, the Nuggets haven't made any moves. Yeah, I'm just kind of, we got to talk about a lot that just went down. We got to talk about a lot. This is obviously the big one here where the Lakers just went nuclear because I think they had these moves in the wings, right? Like they had Mamu ready. That was reported yesterday. They had Grimes ready. And then Sexton was not reported. So that one just kind of came out of left field. They just gave up all their draft capital kind of going forward. Like I could show Spot Track will do a good job kind of laying it out here. So they did not own their 2027 first from the Russell Westbrook salary dump unless it's in the top 4. They just swapped with Utah in 28, 29 to Dallas from the Luka trade. They'll live with that. 2030 is now a swap with Utah. 2031 is now just going to Utah. 2033 is going to Utah. So the Lakers own 1 first-round pick till 2034 directly. There's a couple swaps, and they do not own any seconds until 2033. They gave up their last one in the Buchanan trade. So yeah, the Lakers just kind of emptied their draft pick chest, right? Like LeBron leaves, it allowed them to have more flexibility. They delayed the Austin Reeves signing, which I think makes even more sense. And now they just got Walker Kessler, who I think stylistically is a great fit. Like it sucks that Walker Kessler got hurt last year, but man, that is kind of risky. That is kind of risky just to like offload all your picks because Luka's a free agent in 29. Thankfully for them, he signed that extension last offseason. Kessler is an elite screener. He's a great rebounder. He's the rim protector and mob threat that they've been looking to get since they traded AD for Luka Doncic to try to find the next Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively. And he's 24 years old. He's going to be 25 next month. I believe, right? When I made my video, he's going to be 25 next month. He spaced the floor a little bit in the 5 games he played in. He knocked down 3 threes against Portland, 2 against the Clippers. Like this game log, the last 5 games are the only 5 games he played last year. He underwent season-ending shoulder surgery, so we'll see what ends up happening here. But it's a huge swap or a huge trade. Adam, thank you for the donation. Jazz turned Rudy Gobert into 8 first-round picks and 4 swaps. Yeah, because they got Kessler from that trade, right? So that is crazy when you look at it like that. Thank you for the dono, man. So D'Anthony Melton has just signed with the Warriors per David Aldridge. It's nice to see David Aldridge get in the mix and break some news. I don't know where he broke it because he didn't tweet it. But okay, that is interesting. I thought D'Anthony Melton could go to a team like Utah. That could look for a veteran guard, but I do think that's a pretty good pickup for the Warriors. Bring back, I think he's worth that. I'm sure they're still hoping to get LeBron. JT, thank you for the donation. It's 2 a.m. right now. So glad you didn't go to sleep. Just need my dubs to sign Bron now. There you go. Imagine we get that live on stream. That would be electric. Thank you, man, for the donation. Sexton to the okay. So like looking at the Lakers right now, did they update this at all? So they have Mamu. Yeah, like who is their perimeter defender? Like who is guarding? I don't know, Anthony Edwards, who was guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was guarding even Jamal Murray, who was guarding Steph Curry, who was guarding Kevin Durant. Like, I don't know how this defense is going to look because Quentin Grimes is a fine defender. He is not suited to be a number one. Sexton can't really defend. Mamu is not more so for his defense. It's more for his size, rebounding, floor spacing. Kessler's a fine defender on the perimeter, but against those guys, Bronny's the perimeter guy. Like, I guess maybe they still have high hopes for Vando. Maybe. And Cam Carr. I forget they have Cam Carr in the mix now. I want to forget about it as a Knicks fan. Briel, thank you for the donation. Or Bree 1K. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Bronny, Vando. I mean, Vando's a fine defender. Unleash Thero. Maybe. Like, a dude Thero was a good defender at Arkansas. But he didn't really play a lot. Vando can't play offense yet. But I guess if you do have like 4 floor spacers around Vando, it's not the end of the world. Grow the beard back, maybe. That was like a winter thing for me. I don't know. I mean, if you're looking at perimeter defenders here on the free agency market, we can look. I'm also charging my phone. Actually, charge very quickly so I can actually have it next to me, just so I can see any notifications. Okay, yeah. Because sometimes Shams will do like 10 notifications and it's just him like glazing the agency. I mean, perimeter defenders, I mean, that would be like Rui Hashimura. We'll see. LT, thank you for the donation. Please comment more on the Mitch fit. I'm mixed on it. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Because the Lakers one is big. But for the Mitch fit, I mean, you're looking at what? A center rotation of Garza, Tatum, Mitch. Like I said, Mitch is somebody that needs to be out there with probably 4 other shooters. Like Mitchell Robinson is not doing a lick offensively. He, besides catch alley-oops and put back dunks and offensive rebounds, which is valuable. And that's why they paid him what they did. Mitch is a really good defender. He gives 100% effort every single night. He's had injury concerns and he has conditioning issues too. Like where Mitchell Robinson, I mean, it was a long season, was gassed in the playoffs when Cat was in foul trouble. But like I said before, he is going to get so many offensive rebounds, which is exactly what they need, right? Like Boston loves to take these threes. Now, I don't know how it's going to look with the long threes they take. It's long rebounds. Mitchell Robinson operates kind of in the restricted area, but he is going to get rebounds that are going to make you like, it's going to blow your mind. Like, how did he get that? How did he tip it? How does he have the control? And he's going to extend plays for Tatum, Pritchard, White, Mike Conley now. It's going to be a good signing, I think, as long as they don't overtax him in terms of minutes per game. Because Mitchell Robinson is not somebody, like I talked about this with my friends. If somebody paid Mitchell Robinson to be your starting center to play 30 minutes a night, I don't think it's going to go well just because he used to get into foul trouble a little bit earlier in his career. You could see he's gotten better with fouls 100%, but he's somewhat injury prone. He's somebody that I don't think could play 27 minutes a night, but he can play the most effective 20 minutes a night you can ask for 100%. Halverson, thank you for the donation. Who should the Wolves go after? I don't think the Wolves have anything more than the veteran minimum. So you're just kind of hoping somebody takes a pay cut. Like, can you get Ochai Agbaji? Can you get Gershon Yabusele? Like, I'm talking about the veteran minimum. I mean, Bones Highland taking the minimum was kind of crazy. Like Amir Coffey on the minimum. Like, it's going to be guys like that. Because I think Dan Moore, I believe his name is, he's a big Minnesota guy. He ended up saying that they only have kind of like the minimum to use. Braden, thank you for the donation. Thoughts on Wade and Hook Porty signing? You guys are saying Shams. All right, let me load up Shams. But the Wade I like, I don't think Wade's a great offensive player. This is why are you guys saying Shams? Unless this is just not loading. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing. Oh no, I am behind. Okay, he did D'Anthony Melton, which we talked about earlier. Thank you guys. I think Wade is like a fine catch and shoot 3-point shooter, but he's not going to really create any offense. But hey, That's going to be Embiid's Maxi's job. You just kind of need him to knock down spot up threes, something like Grimes struggled with in the playoffs. Edgecombe was maybe asked to be way more than he needed to be as a rookie, but Wade's a good defender, and they need good defenders. Like I think Quentin Grimes kind of struggled as the guy, and Wade did all right, I thought, on Brunson in the playoffs. Like he can take somebody's best assignment. Is it going to be perfect? No. Hukporti's kind of a wild card. He's a high motor guy. He gives such great hustle and energy, but he is all over the place chaotically. Like Knicks fans were joking when Mitchell Robinson was out and Cat was in foul trouble. That's the guy you want on Embiid because he's not smart enough to like bite on or like jump on any of Embiid's pump fakes or jump shots. But as a third string center, I don't mind it. Like you're going to love his hustle. It's kind of like a Dembona. Ethan, thank you for the donation. What are my Blazers doing? Are they setting up? I don't know. We talked about that a lot last night. Is there a Jaylen Brown trade? Are they going to just roll with all these guards? They need another forward. Maybe Trey Murphy. Warden, thank you for the dono. What do you think of the Lakers move so far? Kessler, Grimes, Sexton, Mamu. I'm sort of mixed because they're all good players and questionable contracts. I think the offense is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how the defense is going to look, but I think the offense is going to be a lot of fun. Pax, thank you for the donation. There's an audio delay. Or somebody's just probably messing with me in the comments. Because it was fine last night. I haven't changed a damn thing. Pax, thank you for the donation. What would you give the Lakers grade right now? I mean, for their season next year, I would say it's a B. Or no, for next year, I don't know. Like, they need perimeter defense. Yeah, it's good on my end now. Yeah. All right. Fluids, then you got to refresh, man. You got to refresh. There is a little delay. I'm saying no delay. It is delayed. Maybe just refresh and it's fine. It's fine. But all right, I can't help if they reload the stream. Yeah, I would just say reload the stream. But for the Lakers, if I had to give a grade, I would say it's a B. A B. I'm a little scared on how the defense is going to go just because I'm just a little worried on the defense, man. Like, what's their perimeter defense going to be? I love the rim protection of Kessler, and I assume it's DeAndre Ayton as the backup, right? But I do wonder what it's going to look like on the perimeter. Are they going to be a Lou Dort team? Elijah, thank you for the dono. No Sexton as a Mavs fan. What guard do we get? Maybe you guys are the Simons team. Maybe you guys are the Simons team. I don't know. I think you guys do need another guard. Quentin Grimes reunion would have been cool. So Sexton's officially off the market. McCollum's obviously off the market. They haven't updated these because maybe those haven't been made official to allow the team to have a little bit more flexibility. Damn, are you guys going to get like Aaron Holiday? Gary Trent? I actually wouldn't mind Gary Trent. I wouldn't mind Gary Trent for you guys. Just fell on my knees in a Walmart. The Bulls, okay, so the Bulls signing Norman Powell is super random, but Jake Fisher reported how it's like the Bruce Brown contract from a year ago where it's like a 1+1. Yeah, it's a 1+1. So it's got a team option in year 2. But like Powell was an all-star in the first half. He's not like going to make you a tier 2 team to a tier 1 team in the playoffs. But what he can do is win you regular season games, maybe have some trade value. And if not, he keeps you out of the relegation zone. The Bulls needed a shooting guard, right? Like Simons was gone or probably gone. Sexton was gone. They traded away Kobe White into Sunmu. They kind of needed another offensive player. Like this offense on paper, even with Caleb Wilson, was going to be one of the worst offenses in the NBA when you're looking at shot creators. So getting Powell is going to be huge to get you out of that relegation zone because what they want to do is not finish as a bottom 3 team in the NBA with the new lottery odds. You want to finish 4 through 10. They want to be better than the Pelicans or Bucks or Grizzlies, Kings, and you just want to finish 4 through 10. That's the sweet spot. I missed someone's super chat. All right, let me look at that. Sorry if I did miss that. I think I answered. Oh, Adrock, thank you for the donation, man. Sorry about that. Jalen Green will get traded to what team? I don't know, man. I don't know, because I thought Jalen Green could get traded to the Memphis Grizzlies in a jaw trade. I just don't think that's like obviously that's not happening anymore. I don't know what team is taking on Jalen Green. Maybe it would have been like the Bulls. Diogo, thank you for the donation. Is there maybe an AR trade for defense incoming? Now they gave Austin Reeves that deal. The only reason it's not been announced yet is because he had a smaller cap hold, so they can now have more cap flexibility to absorb like Kessler on this huge contract coming in. But now they're not trading Reeves, and they just don't have any more draft picks to trade. You guys are saying Shams? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. My notifications, that is not the Shams I wanted to go to. Let's see. Here we go. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Suns offseason grade. I like the Koa Pete pick. I like their re-signings. I didn't like the Miles Bridges trade, so I would say like a B minus. I would have liked if they traded Jalen Green, but I think like Green could have more value next year because he was banged up this year, unfortunately. You just talked about the Lakers. We've been talking about the Lakers, man. It's going to be interesting to see what perimeter defender they add because they need one because this defense is not going to be good. What was the Lakers defense last year? Because I didn't think it was that bad with their talent. It was 19th. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing, but they need defense. I like the fit. It's just so risky because Luka's a free agent in 29. The Lakers signings do not fit within cap space. Oh, okay. So they could, oh my God, wait, like DeAndre Ayton getting waived and stretched 2 off seasons in a row. Well, he got bought out last offseason. Oh my God. That'd be crazy. They should waive and stretch Vando at this point. Well, maybe that doesn't make sense until next offseason. Big Baby, thank you for the dono. Hey, Matt, have you seen the account NWLB? They do cool, simple analytical grades or player contracts that could give ideas of your own grades. Thank you, man, for the dono. I appreciate it. We can check it out. I don't, let's see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll check them out. We'll take a look. Definitely. Thank you, man, for the donation. All right, so I started streaming and nothing's happened yet. So, like, I hope I'm not bad luck. Well, I guess the Anthony Melton happened. How do you feel about Minnesota so far? Thank you for the donation, WX. I like Minnesota like enough next year. Like I said, like there's been a lot of risky moves this offseason. Like trading for Kawhi, risky. Trading for LaMelo, risky. Trading all that for Walker Kessler, risky. If it pays off, they paid a bargain for LaMelo. And I think like obviously LeBron would be amazing, but like I don't know if that's gonna actually happen. Shout out to the Mets lineup today. But like this just makes the Luka trade look so much worse. Like Walker Kessler went more than maybe Luka. I mean, I guess Anthony Davis was probably equivalent to like 4 firsts or something like that. But like, why didn't you just get the 4 first? Why did you trade for an injury-prone Anthony Davis? And then unfortunately Kyrie tore his ACL and then the rest was history. Oh man. Give me, so yeah, D'Anthony Melton signed, which I liked. I wonder, so the Warriors, like, that's fine. The Kristaps contract has been incredibly weird, like the terminology from that, because they're delaying it. They could waive it. It's not part of the new league year. They're trying to maximize the opportunity to sign LeBron. Hudson, thank you for the donation. What are my Nuggets doing? They are sleeping. Yeah, I think right now it's been good so far. I think they're probably worried about the Clippers, maybe the Bulls, but like the Nets aren't going to have the cap space to get Peyton Watson anything. The Grizzlies are not doing it. There's not that many cap space teams to give you an insane amount for Peyton Watson. So I think they're in a good spot. They were always going to be more patient because they had financial restrictions. J-Mart, thank you for the dono. Not going to lie, Mitch kind of betrayed us. It's all love. Yeah. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. But Mitchell Robinson, like, I want him to get paid. I'm glad he did. I just wish it was to any other team. I don't know if there's like a partial guarantee on the last year, but like, we should be more mad at James Dolan for not going in the second apron, not Mitch. It's just like, I wish it was any other team. Like, Philly would have hurt too, but like, any team but Philly and Boston. So it does hurt. JLE, thank you for the donation. Do you think the Rockets will go for anyone or trade KD? I don't think we're going to see a KD trade. I think it would have happened or it would have been signaled more. Yeah, I don't think KD's getting traded anywhere. So they added Bogey. They added Marcus Smart. Will they move Van Vliet? We'll see. We'll see. They do have some good draft picks, right? Like they have that net swap next year. They have the Suns pick, which could low-key be like pretty good if the Suns are like 12th in the lottery, 10th in the lottery, and then that's a good spot to move up. Bridge, thank you for the donation. Grade the Spurs offseason so far, and how would you grade them if LeBron to the Spurs? I mean, off season so far, I'll do a B. I like the Champagne extension. I like the 2 draft picks they made. I actually liked all 4 draft picks because I forget who they got else besides Gillespie in the second round. But either way, I like their draft. If they can land Rui, it's an A. If they can land LeBron, I mean, it's an A+. And I think LeBron would work well. They need that adult. They need that guy with high basketball IQ. They need a bigger 4. What better bigger 4 is there than LeBron James? Johnny, thank you for the dono. Where do you think Rui will end up? Love the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I feel like Rui is going to end up in San Antonio. I just feel like it makes a ton of sense. We'll see. But like, I just feel like that's a perfect fit. The Lakers, I don't think can get him back. Dallas would be interesting too, but they might have to make a corresponding move. Who's going to be the backup for the Knicks? Me. Me. Thank you for the dono. I see Chris Haynes tweeted, Mo Wagner has divided Nets Twitter thoughts. I mean, it's like a mutual option. I mean, I would have rather have had Mitchell Robinson than Mo Wagner, but it's like a 1 to 2 year deal. He's also another high motor guy. I think last year he wasn't great just because he was recovering from that ACL tear. So we'll see, but I think it's fine. I mean, I think like Daron Sharp is clearly the starter. Thank you for the donation, Ethan. Thank you for the dono. What's your thoughts on the Celtics for the season? Rob was brought up while typing. Think a move with Brown happens or not, we know Brown ain't coming. I saw that like Jaylen Brown has not requested a trade. So like, I don't know. If he's not requesting a trade, don't trade him. That's what I think at the end of the day. But apparently they've talked to a bunch of teams. I just don't think, like, I think Boston's going to be a good regular season team. Like, Tatum's going to be healthy. Derek White hopefully can't be much worse. So yeah, Chris Haynes said that the Pistons will not be waiving Duncan Robinson, which I don't know, that would have saved them $15 million. I don't know what this team is doing, man. So they get John Collins. It's fine. It's fine. But apparently they don't have the cap to like fully absorb him because that's more than the MLE. So we'll see if there's like another corresponding move. Bradley, thank you for the dono. Thoughts on Mathurin and what teams could be a possible fit? Is Jaden McDaniels going to take his game to another level with ball added? We'll see, because that obviously is a great playmaker. Yeah, I'm on Chris Haynes. But I don't know. I thought Jaden McDaniels could take an offensive leap for the past few years. We haven't gotten there. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see like a leap. But Mathurin, I don't think there's that many Mathurin teams out there, like the Kings, the Clippers. I feel like he's just going to go back to the Clippers on like a 1+1. Sure. Thank you for the donation. What are your thoughts on my Pistons offseason so far after getting Collins? I don't love it. Like, I just think a 60-win team just didn't have much of a direction so far. So they're not getting Norman Powell, obviously. They could make a trade at the deadline, but like, why trade Stewart? I think they're going to get back Jalen Duren. I don't think he's going to end up as a King. That would be nuts. That would be nuts because the Lakers could have been in play. I don't love the Herter deal. I just don't know. Is it worth it to have Joe Herter and Duncan Robinson and LeVert? Not really. Mirando, thank you for the donation. Why so many 2033 first traded for an officer short side? It's the furthest one out you can move. I think that's why. Thank you for the dono, man. JT, thank you for the donation. What's the most realistic target for the Warriors? It's like LeBron. But for Golden State, I mean, they could probably, so they get back Melton, right? They have a lot of guys in the front court, especially with Yaxel. Santos could play up. Jimmy could play up. They might get LeBron. They could probably use another like a Seth Curry type guy, but maybe just a little bit younger. Like Gary Trent, I think would be a fun addition. Kino, thank you for the donation. What do you think the Nuggets should do? I mean, I would just go into the second apron, but like I don't think they will. They need a better backup big, and those are very thin on the market. I think you'd rather just see what Najee and Holmes can do next year. You get a wave Valanciunas. You match anything Watson will get. I think this team is going to look very similar. Maybe you try to hit on like a Gary Trent Jr. signing as well to replace Tim Hardaway Jr. And you got to bring back Spencer Jones. K-Money, thank you for the donation. Thoughts on the Lakers day 2 of free agency? I mean, it's been insane. It's been way crazier than what yesterday was. And they've definitely been like the team so far, which is kind of always the thing in the offseason. But like if they wanted to maximize next year's season, I think this might be better than running the same team back of like Rui. I mean, losing Kennard kind of stinks, but like Sexton gives you a little bit more ball handling upside. I mean, I don't mind like this deal either. Like 2 years, 18 is good. LS Steel Dogs, thank you for the $10 dono, man. Do you think the new lottery has greatly impacted how teams have been working so far? Example, do you think the Bulls sign Powell, get Nick, Nets take Randall, Clips push to get BI before the new rules? I think that has impacted it for sure. I mean, the Nets didn't own their first round pick, so I don't think it mattered too much for them. But for the, I guess honestly too, because you want to like, I don't know, because I guess you would want to be in the relegation zone, but like, what's the point of like being in the relegation zone and not have your pick anyway? But I think for the Bulls, for sure, like they don't want to be a bottom 3 team. They want to finish in 4 through 10, and that's why they signed Powell. Yeah, Chad, thank you for the dono. Braun goes to Golden State. What else can the Cavs even do? They're just going to try to salary dump probably Strus and or Schroeder, and I don't think there's much else. So they brought back Thomas Bryant. I don't really love their backup big men. Who did the... See, like I thought the Cavs drafted somebody. Did they not? They lost Keon Ellis. Yeah, Keon Ellis to the Nets was interesting. You got a decent amount, but it's like maybe a 1+1. Mr. Off the Misters, thank you for the donation. Thoughts on if the Sixers got a Bruce Brown, Tyus Jones, Royce O'Neal type of player to make up for Grimes? I have no hopes for the moves. I mean, your team is it's still top heavy. I wouldn't be like super thrilled about Hook Porty. I don't like, hey, what it can give you, it's a 1 year, $3 million deal. I think it just kind of showed, all right, there's no faith in Jedi Broom either. Not a great Daryl Morey pick, but Dean Wade will help. You just hope Dean Wade's available. They do need another like minimum signing. Like a guy like Royce O'Neal would be perfect, but like you look at this contract sheet, how are you trading for Royce O'Neal making $11 million? And this team's already like over the cap because of these two here. Charlie, thank you for the dono. Did you peep the AD tweet? I did not. I don't have AD's notifications on. Does Anthony Davis even have a Twitter? I guess he does. He's got 2.1 million followers. What? Is it this tweet? Or is it something about AD? It's probably something about AD. Then I did not. Maybe it's just like he's going to be a wizard. Oh, sorry if I'm missing any of these super chats. Oh, they drafted Malik Thomas. Yeah, thank you guys. They drafted Malik Thomas. I don't know if they drafted a big off the top of my head. But yeah, Malik Thomas, which I don't know if he's going to play much next year. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I don't think I missed any of those. DD Page, thank you for the dono. Nicole to the Magic grade. Think we signed Simons. I mean, Simons would be a great pickup for sure, but it's going to have to be the minimum. That's all you guys can offer. I feel like he probably would have better suitors. Like I'd go take the minimum in Miami. I'd take the minimum in Golden State. I guess the state tax helps, but I guess not against Miami. Check 80's replies. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's laughing at Anthony Davis practically begged Rob Pelinka to get him a center for years. Rob didn't budge. AD got backdoored. Brown low key backdoored, and now he's now he wants to be a competent GM. It's funny. But I like the Vucevic signing. It's cool. I don't know if he's going to give you much defensively. They're already a fine defense. He needs to space the floor, and I think he's a better shooter than Wendell Carter Jr. And I wonder if they're going to dump Badate, but I think once they signed Vucevic, it was clear that Wagner was gone. Jackson, thank you for the dono. Who should the Jazz add since Walker is gone? I mean, you need another body at the 5. Once again, it's very thin. I wonder if they could trade like an Isaiah Collier. Could they trade a Collier, a Sensabaugh, a Cody Williams, a Filipowski, like one of those guys for Yves Missi? I would like that. PB, thank you for the dono. Do you think Sabonis and Levine get traded this offseason? I mean, Levine, I don't think so. Yeah, no signing since I've gotten on Ninja. I know. Sabonis would be like that Duren sign and trade. I mean, the other teams that were interested in Sabonis were Charlotte. I don't think that happens now with LaMelo gone. And Toronto, I just don't think that's going to happen now either. So, I mean, Levine's an expiring. They don't have to move him. Sabonis, I think you also want to get out of the relegation zone. So you hope they can help you win games enough to be like the 4th worst team, which I think like Adam Silver, like that part of the idea I like. I just hate that the worst team could fall to 12. Like that's just a little extreme for me. Yerpy, thank you for the donation. Knicks have interest in Drummond. I kind of like it. I kind of hate it. I'd rather take a chance on a youngin. I have no interest in Drummond in 2026. JB, thank you for the dono. Love your content, man. Thank you, man. Big Blazer fan. What's next for them? MPJ, Cam Johnson, Rui. Too many guards. Now they have 4 centers. Doesn't make sense. I mean, I would like the idea of all those guys you mentioned. Cam Johnson would be great. They need more size. What are you giving up, though? Are you ready to, like, cut the cord on Scoot? Also, like, this Robert Williams contract looks a lot better now. Yeah. But I think, yeah, they need size. Like, are you ready to move off Klingon? Did they get a trade player exception? I don't know if they did or if they have one, but like, can you get one of those guys with that? But they need to. I agree, man. I agree. Ethan, thank you for the dono. You can tell teams don't know how to value picks in the next 3 years due to everyone making pick swaps in every deal. I agree. Like we're in the Wild West right now of the NBA draft lottery, and I think we'll learn next year, but it's truly a casino game. Like you're just literally like playing like some odds maker in the lottery, and nothing you can do in the regular season will matter unless you're looking at the probability. So that's why you want to finish between 4 through 10. Kobe, thank you for the dono. Thoughts on Robinson to the Celtics and any updates on the Brown trade? I mean, Underdog did I don't know how much of an aggregation it was, and I had a nice voice crack there, but they tweeted, I saw this earlier, right? Celtics have started to strongly shop Brown, this for Shams. Celtics have discussed offers with 8 to 10 teams. Okay, I wonder if that have dropped out a little bit, but Brown has not requested a trade. If Brown hasn't requested a trade, I'm not trading him. I don't think you're going to get equal value. Also, yeah, Javon Carter back to the Magic. He was good with them, better than Tyus Jones. And Mitchell Robinson, the Celtics, I think is a good pickup, man. I wonder if there's any more verbiage on that, like if it's fully guaranteed. I just hate James Dolan for not going into the second apron for it. I feel like Jake usually has the good verbiage in these deals. Mirando, thank you for the dono. Suns equal worst future in the NBA. Fox plus pick for Green Swamp. I don't think we're there yet with Fox in San Antonio. I would like Fox next to Booker, but I just don't think we're there yet. Suns worst future. I think they're just in that middle tier. We'll see. We'll see how long they can kind of stay competent in Booker's prime. Aaron, thank you for the dono. What do you reckon the Knicks will do in free agency? I think Kevon Looney, if I had to guess. Rekka, thank you for the dono. Excited for the absolute gauntlet in NBA Cup B. Dude, that was insane. I tweeted about that too. No, Duncan didn't get waived, but yeah, look at this group B. Or no, that's a different tweet. I've tweeted too much. Knicks, Cavs, Sixers, returning Pacers, and Giannis Heat. That is unreal. That is unreal. Thank you for the dono, man. Mike Gansey's scared to be making a big trade. We'll see. I mean, LeBron to the Sixers would be great. I don't know. Apparently, LeBron is taking the minimum, so he could go to any NBA team. He can go to Denver. He can go to the Knicks. Does he want to come to the Knicks? We need a big. Ryan, thank you for the dono. What do you think of Windhorst saying Nuggets are a super team for LeBron? I don't know. Like, Windy does have a good tell on LeBron, but I don't think anybody knows right now. I don't think anybody has an idea. Two-way, thank you for the dono. Huge Thunder fan. I'm just waiting on us keeping Wallace. He deserves to be starting on the team, and it would be a steal if someone takes him. I agree. Like, Sam Presti's a smart guy, so I don't think it's going to, like, happen soon unless he's getting, like, a great return. But you could see, like, sign and trades. I mean, Kessler was making a lot. But, like, you can get a good return in a sign and trade. But, like, if you're going to maximize or you're going to prioritize Lou Dort this year for him long-term, I disagree with that. We're doing the Zion in the chat again. Guys, that's the one guy. Joe Dumars is not making a damn trade. Bailey, thank you for the dono. Do you like what my Rockets have done? It's fine. I just like I want to see this team at full strength next year. I mean, Smart's old, Bogey's old, Van Vliet's old off the ACL. Finney-Smith, they're going to try to get somebody to take. Adams is old off a major injury. Capello's old. Katie's old. It's a weird team. It feels like everybody's like a decade apart. It feels like we don't have guys like on a similar age timeline. Holt, thank you for the dono. Do the Lakers make another move? What room do they have left after these signings? Let's see if Yasi does a great job posting these. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's crazy how many 20, 33, and 31 firsts have been traded. So that's the Warriors. Did he do something on the Lakers? Here we go. So he did mention that they could take back to $9.1 million in salaries for a combination of their role players under contract. Those four. I would say they might have to like buy somebody out. They're $14 million under the first apron. Somebody said that they might have to waive and stretch DeAndre Ayton, so we'll see. Zion to Portland, that would be interesting. I don't think they'll do it though. Zion and John, the same team. It's just like, are we doing that? Braxton, thank you for the dono. Steven, thank you for the dono. Trey Murphy or Herb Jones should go to the Blazers. I agree. I've been saying that too. I think that should really happen. So Carmelo Anthony gets his... Wow, yeah, the Lakers have to renounce those cap holds. Water Tiger, thank you for the dono. But Steven, I do agree. Those guys should go to the Blazers. Who do you think the Supersonics are going to sign? I don't know, man. I don't know. But the content, the live stream during the expansion draft in 2029, if I'm still here doing this, it's going to go crazy. I'm going to have so much fun doing that. I forgot we got World Cup going on right now. What are my Sixers predictions? I don't think they can really do much after this. I don't really think they could do much after this. This is still like the craziest thing all off season for sure. We'll see though. And like it happened so quickly. I missed your super chat, Steven. No, I read it about Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. Was there another one? I'm pretty sure I read it. Yeah, no, I read it. I do like the ideas of those guys going to Portland for sure. And they like, why do we have all these guards in Portland? I don't know. So Kessler sign and trade, cap space, bird rights. Yeah, for Reeves. Sexton is the room mid level. It's kind of nice you just get this room mid level now in the NBA. When the Lakers execute the below transactions on July 6th, they will need to renounce all their free agents. Of course, Austin Reeves. Yeah. FH, thank you for the dono. Do you think the Warriors should sign Joe Biden? I don't know how many minutes he can get on the court. But I honestly kind of fits the age timeline of this team. He is a part of Golden State. Is Rui gone now? Yeah. Rui's gone. Well, we already knew that Kennard was gone. Smart was gone. Like, I low-key don't mind them moving off from Smart now. Smart didn't get like a crazy deal. Like, you can live with that. But like, they got out in the right time in Dorian Finney-Smith, clearly. Any predictions for Miami? They're going to be operating against the margins. I mean, LeBron's obviously the home run. Can they get like Gabe Vincent to come back? Like, does Max Strus get traded, bought out? Like, can you get Max Strus there? We got 500 likes here. Yeah, thank you guys. If you could drop a like on the stream, I'd appreciate it. It's crazy too, because we've gotten like DeAnthony Melton and that's it. But like last night, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And then I signed off, something happened. And then I guess the morning after free agency is the real moves to be made. Spurs going to do anything? I think they want Rui. I'm sure they'll try to talk about LeBron. Hey, Merlin, what's up from Brazil? I don't know, man. The Pistons, I'm thinking they want to get Tyler Hero. Obviously, they're not getting Reeves. They're not getting Kawhi. They're not getting Norman Powell. Like, the options have thinned out for them. They got to bring back Duren at all costs, and I think they will. Ethan, thank you for the dono. Did you see Kevin O'Connor reporting LeBron will have a film crew for all of next season? I did see that. That would make me think it's his final season. right? Like, why do that if it's not your final year? And that makes me think he's got to go to a cool ass team like Miami, Cleveland, San Antonio, maybe Mini, and then obviously Golden State. New York? At this point, we're desperate. We just lost Mitchell Robinson and Ariel Huporti. I'm Crispy. Thank you for the dono. You think Drummond would be a good fit for New York? I don't really like Drummond in the year 2026. I feel like there's some bad fouls. Like, he's a good rebounder. Low-key knocks some threes down. I mean, I guess, like, we don't need him to play a lot because you got Cat out there who's, I guess, more reliable health-wise than Embiid. I don't know, man. I like, can the Knicks trade for Yves Missi? I don't even know is this like the free agents look like? Are we about to sign Tony Bradley? I wanted Jock Landale and he got $14 million. Thoughts on the Hornets, Brady Porter? I think the Hornets are in a weird spot, but I think they're also trying to finish. I don't know if it's going to look good on this screen. If I look at, does this say pick odds right here? Hold on 1 second. That's not going to show it. What they want to do is finish in a certain spot here in the lottery. So like where they want to finish the Hornets. Yeah. Can I do this? Okay. So they want to finish 4 through probably 10. They like right there is like the sweet spot. But then also like these guys have the same odds as finishing bottom 3. So I think they're fine with being there. Like if I run a lottery sim once, what do we get? Like it's going to be crazy. Like the lottery next year is going to be wild because anybody can go anywhere now. Like it's insane. Let me see if I could show you this. Actually, no, I don't think I can. Any new news? Nothing. JT, thank you for the dono. Never forget Mooney on the 2022 finals offensive rebounds. Yeah, like that's what the Knicks would be going for, but it's not 2022 anymore. We'll see. Can the Lakers get Zaire Williams? Yeah. But it's not going to be for much. And like they could use like a good athlete on the perimeter like Zaire defensively. Rhino, thank you for the donation. How do you feel about the Jazz now losing Walker? I mean, it hurts. Obviously, I would rather have Walker Kessler for like your team going forward. Centers like that do not grow on trees, so he's going to be tough to replace. We'll see if he's going to, I don't know, if Jared Jackson Jr. is going to be a good enough rebounder down low. So we'll see if that ends up boasting well. I said in my Walker Kessler video, would they have drafted Boozer over Peterson if they knew that Kessler was leaving? Just an idea. I don't know. They have Nurkic, right? I said before, can they trade Filipowski, Williams, Sensabaugh, Collier, one of those young guys for a different center? They now have some nice draft capital, but I think you want to hold on to those picks because they traded a lot of picks in the Triple J trade. So yeah, is Jaren Jackson Jr. ready to be the 5? Or are they just going to have Nurkic at the 5, Bailey come off the bench? I'm intrigued to see what they do. BK, thank you for the dono. Robinson to Boston is the best move of free agency so far. I mean, I'm going to be biased and say no, it's not, just as a Knicks fan, but I think that's me coping. I would say best move of free agency so far. I mean, obviously the most impactful move is Kessler to the Lakers. Price they paid, it's a lot. Mamu got a lot, but Mamu's a good offensive player. I do like the Mitch signing. Like Mark Williams, Mitch is a little bit better of a defender and rebounder, I would say. Yeah, that's fine with me, I guess. Is this only on centers? Yeah, I was going to say, why am I only seeing these guys here? I'm trying to think of like who else could be. Like Collins got a decent amount. I wonder how he's going to fit there. Like Norman Powell, I think got a good contract. Yeah, I think Mitchell Robinson could be in that top tier. Like, what would you guys say is the best free agency signing of a guy changing teams so far? Neil, thank you for the donation. Love your videos and takes. Thank you, man. Where do you think Rui Tobias and Anthony Simon sign after everything happening so far? I'll go Rui San Antonio, Tobias Golden State, and Anthony Simons Miami. Miami and Hardaway. Yeah, Miami and Hardaway, 1-year deal. Marcus Smart. Yeah, Marcus Smart for like that contract's good. It's a 1+1. He was really good last year. Norman Powell, I think, is a good value for like an all-star in the first half. Gets him out of the relegation zone or tries. Coming into the Spurs, that'd be crazy. Luke Kennard. Yeah, Luke Kennard was a good price, I would say, because like he's not as like reliable as Grayson Allen, but like he's a lot cheaper, and you could probably say he's better bang for your buck. Jonathan Isaac to the Lakers, why not, right? Take a flyer on him. James, thank you for the dono. I don't know if you've watched the Wizards last year, but Sharif Cooper was great off the bench with scoring and playmaking. Could see him helping with Miami. That would be a good like minimum pickup. No, I watched Sharif Cooper last year. He looked good. I want to take those teams sometimes with a grain of salt because it's like, who else is generating offense, and they're playing also bad teams out there, and it's a tank off. But no, he legitimately looked good. Like he looked good down the stretch. Will Riley looked good down the stretch, and he's 25 years old. He obviously had the pedigree coming out of Auburn. That'd be a good veteran minimum. That's a good shout, James, for Miami. Might as well. And if there's somebody that can make him like a legitimate starter or can like role player, it's Eric Spoelstra. Yeah, am I like the worst Tim Hardaway Jr.'s dad? I don't know who Tim Hardaway Jr.'s dad is. I'm never gonna let that one down. Let's see. The Clippers will create a trade exception by helping facilitate Collins sign and trade. I'm told Detroit wasn't willing to offer Tobias Harris more than one guaranteed season. That makes sense. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I know Tobias was like your second best offensive player in the playoffs, but it gets to a point. It's 33 years old. He dead has only averaged 13 points in this regular season. Was it that low? It was that low, but he was really good for them in the playoffs. How do I get his playoff stats there? I know how to get there, but let me just find it. Because I feel like in the playoffs, he was a lot better. Yeah, he averaged 21 against Orlando, 14 against the Cavs. But I think there was a stretch where he was dropping 20 a game. But like, I get it, though. Only one guaranteed season. So now the Clippers have a $17 million a year trade exception or something like that. That's not nothing. That's like the sweet spot. Like, never like do the $30 million trade exceptions usually work. Yeah, come on. I don't want to be a jinx here. I don't want to be a jinx because I've only gotten DeAnthony Melton, I think, signing since I went live, and so much happened before I went live. It's kind of crazy. I could play that Indiana Sports. We'll see. We'll see how deep or dry the NBA offseason gets. Murphy and Herb plus Steve Misi for Duran, Karras plus one swap. I mean, that's not a terrible return for the Pistons. Like getting Murphy, Herb Jones, and Misi for Duran. It's not bad. I might be the jinx, guys. I might be the jinx. Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for PG and first. I think they'd rather just hold on to Jaylen Brown, to be honest with you. And trading him to Philly would be like horrible optics wise. Thank you for the dono. I'm back. First live, great content. Thank you, man. Breaking down the offseason. Isaac is a free agent. I've wanted him on the Celtics since 2K made him deploy every year. Remember that? Yeah, he's a free agent. He's probably going to take the minimum, so we'll see what ends up happening. I've long believed that if there was an outlier team for LeBron, it was Denver. Does he want to play with Jokic? But thank you, for the dono. Yeah, I mean, some team's going to take a chance on Isaac. I mean, Magic fans will be the first to tell you, like, he's not very good anymore. I tweeted out, like, you just had to be there for 2019, pre-COVID, or 2020. Jonathan Isaac, like, this 2020 season, he was guarding 1 through 5. He was knocking down his threes, like, better than he's done in recent memory. He was, like, efficient around the rim. He was making athletic dunks every night. And then just, like, the injury in the bubble, I think he re-aggravated it. It's just like, he's not really been much for them in recent memory, unfortunately. He wasn't bad in 24. And thank you for the dono, man. JT, thank you for the dono. Where do you think Kuminga ends up? Sacramento? Like, right? Like, what other team is taking a chance on him? Like, I don't think Memphis is doing it. I don't think Brooklyn is doing it. Dallas? I don't know. Chicago? Like, do they just take a flyer on him? Why not if it's a 1-year deal? Milwaukee? I could see Milwaukee doing it. Portland? I could see Portland doing it. Like, is he willing to take the mid-level? He should. He should. The LP, thank you for the dono. What's your view on the Bulls' overall business? I mean, them just like not drafting somebody in the second round to save money was a little bit like, come on, Reinsdorf, what are we doing? I thought it was weird that they waived Cam Jones. Like, dude, I loved him so much coming out of Purdue or Marquette. I'm excited to obviously watch the rookie class. I'm fine with them letting like Sexton and Simons walk. I like the Powell signing because he can either be a trade piece or they can flip him or like they can keep him and he's going to help them avoid the second apron. They take a flyer on Claxton for 2 years. They probably could use another big. Like, I don't know if they're bringing back Nick Richards. Oh, actually, no, they don't need another big because, yeah, I forgot. They signed Zach Collins last night. You have Jalen Smith. They need somebody to create offense, and that's what Norman Powell is going to be. It's weird. Bryson Grape didn't inherit the best team and the best future. Obviously, that changes like with the lottery next year, but I don't think they're going to be particularly good this year. Like, I think they could end up as the worst team in the Eastern Conference. But do you want as long as you're just not bottom 3 in the NBA, it's okay. Portland on the mid-level, yeah, I agree, Core. Pele Larson is the best player in the league, Mr. Plung. Yeah, I don't know if you're wrong there. James, thank you for the dono. Trade Ja to Boston. Portland lineup gets Dame, Drew, Jalen, Klingon. Boston gets a starting point guard and Tatum supported while Pritchard brings a bench spark. I mean, I don't know if Brad Stevens is the guy to trade for John Morant. I think if there was going to be a Jaylen Brown for Jaylen Brown to Portland trade, it would probably be Drew, Sharp, Scoot. So like 3 guards are going to Boston. And then maybe like one of the Milwaukee picks, maybe. But like I think Scoot and Sharp have value. I just don't like that really for Boston. I would just keep Jaylen Brown at that point. He hasn't requested a trade. It's also weird though. Tatum hasn't like came out and said like we're not like why would we trade him? He's like my guy. If it's thank you for the dono. Do you believe Duran Celtics or is it just PR? I mean, it really does depend. If that's what Detroit's big plan is here is to get Jaylen Brown, then maybe. But for now, it's probably just like leverage for Jalen Duren and his agents so they get paid by the Pistons because they can give him the most money. Brown goes to Denver. I agree. Like that would be, I think, great. That would be like I would like that trade a lot. Like if it's what did Bill Simmons say? It was like Hauser and Jaylen Brown for Jamal Murray and Cam Johnson. I don't know who's throwing in picks, but like I'm intrigued by that because Denver needs defense, and that's why they can't let Peyton Watson walk. And then you just run point Jokic, but like they would have the worst point guard positional rotation in the league. It's like Jalen Pickett. I guess they had KJ Simpson on a 2-way. They signed Tyus Jones. They're still paying Richard Jefferson's cap hold. They're not paying, but they haven't. Arpad, thank you for the dono. Are the Mavs alive? Are they going to do anything? Yeah, I don't know what Masai's doing right now. I think he's probably trying to see if there is a trade for Gafford, Clay, PJ right now. But it is weird they haven't made like anything. Caden, thank you for the dono. Lakers let Smart and Luka go for 12 mil. Rui's gone. Then overpriced for everybody. They just signed and gave up all their assets. What do they even do now? Thank you, man, for the dono. I mean, I think getting Kessler, I think is okay to let those guys walk. Now, what you always had to do was overpay for Kessler in terms of picks and a sign and trade just because like Utah would have just matched this contract. Like I believe Utah would have matched this deal, but they didn't say no to 2 swaps and 2 firsts. They got a lot of offense. They got a lot of shooting around Luka and Reeves. A lot of shot creation, which I do like. But like they didn't have a good defense last year. I don't think they're going to have a good defense next year. And if Kessler goes down, this is going to be horrible. Maybe they really do believe in like Thero, Cam Carr, Vando as like the top defender. But like we've said that last year, didn't work out. But maybe there is one in there. Jaylen Brown and Houston, like are they a sneaky team? But apparently they're not interested in Jaylen Brown. Jay Tomo, thank you for the dono, or Thomo. Shams keeps getting distracted while watching your lives, apparently, because he doesn't want to tweet anything out when I'm live. It's Driver, thank you for the dono. LeBron James, top 3 destination. Where would you want to see him? Where would I want to see him? Maybe New York right now. But no, Golden State is where I want to see him. I want to say the top 3 has to be Golden State, Miami, Cleveland. Just, it all makes sense. Surprise team, San Antonio, Minnesota, apparently Denver. Is there another surprise East team if it's not the Heat, Cavs, or Knicks? Like, I don't know. Would he go to the Pacers? Play with Hallie? Maybe. I don't think he's going to Atlanta. I don't think he's going to Boston. I don't think he likes the Celtics too much. Joshua, thank you for the dono. I feel like under circumstances, Bronny can average 10. 10 is a lot for Bronny, I would say, but like, I don't know. Bronny's not bad, man. Like, Bronny's not bad. He's a good athlete. It's just like, can that 3-point shot stay consistent? Because if it can, he can average 8 points per game next year, 7 points per game. I just don't know if they're going to rely on him too much. And they just signed Grimes and Sexton. They have Reeves and Luka. They just drafted like Cam Carr, who's kind of a guard. Like, I don't know. Unless injuries happen, Bronny, I don't think is going to crack the rotation. Thank you, Lewis, for the dono. What makes you think Tobias might go to Golden State? It's just if they miss out on LeBron. I do think that's a team that makes sense. That's probably willing to give him like what they just gave like Kristaps and Al Horford. They're fine paying the older players, and it gives Tobias a chance to win. I thought Charlotte maybe before all the trades could have made sense. Like Minnesota would be great, but like he's not taking the minimum. He's not taking I don't think the minimum from any team, and maybe Portland. But I think Golden State could make sense because they've kind of gone for that age range in the past, and I think they could use another 4. Bronny's literally their best defender, but it's like Bronny guarding Jason Tatum. Like he can guard, like, I think he can hold his own against like some other guards in the league. I don't know if I want to see Bronny on Jalen Brunson. Like Bronny's like a great athlete, but like, will he be, I don't know. Like, can he stay pat? Like when it's just a guy that's all footwork like Brunson, right? And you can't just like be overzealous and you can't like, you're not going to be able to reach, can't be too aggressive. You got to be patient. So we'll see. We'll see. But like Bronny being your best defender is probably not a great thing if you're trying to contend in the West. Neil, thank you for the donation. Really hope LeBron goes to the Cavs instead of Golden State. If he wants a better chance at winning a title, it's the East. I agree. But I would say for a pure entertainment factor, Golden State would be the best. It's Driver, thank you for the dono. Could Bron, Curry, Dre realistically win the West? I mean, it helps. It helps their chances because then you would have Jimmy. You'd have Jimmy, Yaxel, Santos was obviously a great developmental guy. Pods isn't a bad player. If Porzingis can stay healthy, I mean, you never say never. Can it realistically win the West? Yes. I would say if they do get LeBron, they got Melton, which I liked. If they stay healthy, yes. But if not, like, no. And the odds of that are very low. But like, I don't know, a lineup of Steph, Pods, Jimmy, LeBron, Porzingis, and then you have Draymond, you have Horford, Santos, Yaxel, Melton. Like maybe they could trade Moody for a player that can actually help them. Like I don't hate that team. I don't hate that team. James Harden to the Raptors, anyone? Maybe at the deadline we'll talk. Lakers still 20 million under the luxury tax. Any more moves? I think so. They have to. They don't have, well, I guess they do have a decent amount of roster spots, but they need another defender. So I think there's got to be another move coming. I guess they have 12 guys under contract. I guess 13 if you're including, what's his name? Cam Carr. Because at least Spot Check doesn't have a second rounder. What do you think of Houston's recent signings? I don't love it. I don't hate it. I mean, Bogey, sure. What was it? The veteran minimum. Marcus Smart. I think it's fine. They need another guard. I wonder if there's another move being made. It's an older team, but they do also have a decent amount of young guys with Tari, Jabari, Shepard, Şengün, and I guess Reed. 80 to the Warriors is dead. Feels like it. I just don't think Washington wants Jimmy Butler, which I get. Unless you're getting like the package the Lakers just gave up. Like, are you getting 2 first-round picks and a swap? Then I would think about that. Like, do the Warriors just say F the 2033 first for AD this year? Okay, Twitter notification. Anything big? Nothing like crazy new, but Jake Fisher did say something. I need something to talk about here. Detroit has maintained a stance that they won't sign and trade franchise center Jalen Duren, but key starter Tobias Harris is leaving the Pistons unless he ultimately would want to return to Detroit on a very reduced salary. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. But like, so I guess maybe the Kings Jalen Duren thing is dead because what other team is operating like the cap space to sign and trade for Duren? Thank you for the donation. Do the Sixers need anything? I mean, after losing Grimes, they probably could use another guard. Yeah, McCain jokes right himself. But like, I'm excited about Phylon, but I think they can use another guard. I think they could use another perimeter defender. I don't think financially they can bring back Oubre, but that would be the guy, and I would like that team if they could bring back Oubre. Because like Wade should be better than what like Trendon Watford was, Jabari Walker. Barlow had his moments last year. We'll see if they bring back Dalen Terry. What's next for the Raptors? So they gave up some noticeable draft capital for Kawhi, so I don't know if they're going to be able to trade away draft capital to get off the Quickly contract or the Pirtle contract. I think they go into next year with what we're pretty much looking at right now. Crispy says, thank you for the donation. Do you think the Lakers are going to be good? I got to see how the rest of the offseason fizzles out, but yeah, I think they'll be good. Would they win 53 games last year? I think they could probably finish in like the 44 to 49 range right now. But like, we got to see what happens going forward. Hey, James, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. You can tell me a lineup with 25 and 10, an elite 3-level scorer in AJ DeBonta, AJ a 2-way power forward, developing big and Sar, is in a top 5 seed in the East. They have the offense and defense with veteran experience. I mean, I think they have the ceiling as a top 5 team 100% with what you just mentioned. But will AD be healthy? Will Trae Young be healthy? If so, then yes, I do agree. They need to, like Brian Keefe has a lot of work cut out for him because he's got to figure out what lineups are going to work the best. There's a lot of young guys that need playing time, and Bilal, Trae, Riley, Keyshawn George, AJ DeBonta. Is a team going to trade for Justin Champagnie? I think they need another backup big. But yeah, if teams are getting injured behind them and around them in the Eastern Conference, this could definitely be a top 6 seed. But we just got to see it first. But thank you for the donation, man. And I don't disagree with you. TH Jr., thank you for the donation. Should LeBron joining AD and trade be talked about more? Okay. So more Wizards talk. I mean, maybe. Like, I don't really know if he has any connection to DC unless he wants to be president, build up his political career. I mean, it would give him a great chance at winning it all. Like, Kevin Durant made more sense for Washington from the DMV area. I mean, he gets to reunite with AD. He gets Trae Young as like an offensive engine to like take some of the load off his back. Plenty of young guys, plenty of flexibility to make a deadline deal. I mean, yeah, but like, I just think the same offer is going to be there from Cleveland and Miami. I don't think he would choose Washington over those two teams. Maybe if Washington was like the 5 seed last year and they did this, I think he's got to like see it first. Chris, thank you for the donation, man. What do the Knicks do at the center position? I think it's going to be Kevon Looney, like it was rumored. I don't know if Kevon Looney a CAA guy. Can I see that? I think it's going to be Kevon Looney, or they maybe make a trade. No, he's Life Sports. Maybe they make a trade for Yves Missi. Would be a pipe dream. Maybe it's one of these minimums. They didn't draft a center. People said Andre Drummond, so it could be that. He is not a CAA guy either. Neil, thank you for the donation. Do you think all the big trades are done? If not, what do you think could most likely happen? The only one is Jaylen Brown. I mean, the Pelicans have to make a trade. If the Pelicans don't make a notable trade, what are they doing? I would say Trey Murphy should still get traded this offseason. And I could still see Jaylen Brown get traded as like the 2 big ones. Shark, thank you for the donation. Trading 4 first rounders for an injury-prone center on what could be a bad deal is wild. If Kessler is already at his peak, is it worth it? Is Kessler at his peak? We're going to have to find out. It sucks he only played 5 games last year. It was a shoulder injury. At least it was not like a lower body injury. And like in other years, maybe he plays through it, but they were like, we want a tank, so shut it down. It's risky. Like it's point blank risky. If he could play like he has throughout his career for the next 4 years on his contract, I think it could be worth it. And if he could play good enough to make the Lakers competitive, that Luka signs another deal in a year from now, I think it's worth it. But if he doesn't, like I said, incredibly risky. Gio, thank you for the donation. Can the Heat make any more moves? They can, but they do not have a lot of financial flexibility to make those moves. Norman Powell is obviously gone. He was not getting that type of money for the Heat. I think it's going to be some minimum signings, but there is room for LeBron. There is room for LeBron. For every team, there's room for LeBron. Oscar, thank you for the dono. Hey, Matt, just curious, what do you think my Heat could somehow trade for Drew Holiday since they have so many guards and we need guard help? That would make sense, but like they just extended Wiggins, which I don't think they're trading Andrew Wiggins after extending Andrew Wiggins, to be honest with you. They could do like Jovic, Mitchell, or Jovic and Bobby Portis and like Drew Smith, sure. But like, I don't think Jovic, like you're attaching a first rounder to get off the Jovic contract. And I just don't think they have that. Although maybe Portland does like that because they get some forwards. They need some forwards. They round out the depth a little bit more and they get some more tradable contracts, maybe. But I don't think Miami should be consolidating its depth right now and doing like 2-for-1s. Charles Baller, thank you for the dono. Do you think LeBron to the Blazers is possible? No, I do not. I do not. Like, no disrespect to the city of Portland. Still would love to go one day and see it. I got to go to the Nike Hoop Summit one year, but I don't think he's going to Portland. If it's going to be a smaller market team or not like a big destination or a return to Cleveland or something like that, I think they have to be in already positioned to win it all, like a Minnesota or San Antonio. I think Portland is still like up in the air what it's going to look like. Yes, that could be a really good team, but I don't know if LeBron's willing to risk that for an unproven team right now. I think I am the curse because nothing has really happened since I went live. Yeah. James, thank you for the donation. Cavs have no point of attack defender. I don't see them competing yet. Losing Dean Wade does stink because he was that guy for them. And like, I think they're going to try to make a move. Like, is Dennis Schroeder your stopper? They lost Keon Ellis. Yeah, you can definitely make an argument the Cavs have gotten worse this offseason. All right, we got something from Shams. It's not huge, but we got something. Elijah Martin accepting a deal to return 2-year, $4.8 million. Good defender. Good defender. Him and Chucky were fun, I think, summer league defensive duo last year. But like, we'll see. He might have a larger role next year. Like, no Grady Dick if injuries do happen. Did Martin play like, how many games did he appear in last year? 23. Yeah, I mean, it was all garbage time. Sharkai, thank you for the donation. That's totally fair. Did not think about the enticing Luka part of the Kessler deal. I appreciate that you engage with us. You're the best. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think like there's obviously an added level pressure to make Luka happy. So we'll see what that ends up kind of working and looking for the next few years. But like I said, incredibly risky. Who do you think gets stored? I thought the Lakers. Is there like a DeAndre Ayton? But like they just traded away all their swaps. Is there like a DeAndre Ayton Vanderbilt and a first round swap for Lou Dort? Why would the Thunder do that? I mean, they would just waive, I guess, Ayton. Like, can the Thunder get a legitimate pick swap asset for Lou Dort? Shams for Elijah Martin. I know somebody tweeted yesterday that like Woj used to leave these type of moves for Chris Haynes and like Mark Stein. Got a chuckle out of me. Mark Jr., thank you for the donation. What about a Ball, Ant, Jaden, LeBron, and Rudy 5? I mean, that 5 can win the title. If that 5 can stay healthy, that can win the title. But will LeBron choose Minnesota is the big thing. Braden, thank you for the donation. How will my Hornets use their traded player exception, you think? The thing with those, like, they rarely get used on, like, the larger scale, so we'll see. But I don't know. Like, Jaylen Brown still, like, interests me. I don't think they're going to make a big swing this offseason. I think they can look for the next available star, maybe next offseason. G League stats are crazy, though. Yeah. No, I believe it. I didn't watch too many Raptors G League games last year. I go in and out with the G League because I'll watch, like, some of the rookies that were there. Like, I watched a lot of young Hansen G League last year, but it's pretty much like I kind of watched those guys a little bit. Or if like Bronny, he was like tearing it up for a little bit, like caught some South Bay. As my phone just fell. I gotta stop propping it up there. It's Driver, thank you for the donation. Chancellor Brown announces his decision this week. This week, I think we could see that. Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen yesterday. I don't think it's gonna happen today. I could see it happening, what's today? Wednesday. I could see it happening this weekend. Maybe 4th of July, 10-year anniversary from KD. The Warriors make a similar splash 10 years later. AE, thank you for the dono. Thoughts on the Bulls moves this offseason? I'm really hoping we trade Trey Jones for some sort of draft capital. Thank you for the dono, man. I don't mind the Bulls moves this offseason. Bryson Graham didn't get a lot of flexibility to work with. I like their draft. If you could trade draft capital for Trey Jones, but I think you should try to be like somewhat competitive in the first half and you capitalize on Trey Jones and his contract at the deadline, I would say. But if you can get like a legitimate first for him, yeah, I would do it. I just don't know if you will. Those point guards tend to not really get like a first round pick back. But first round picks are flying all around. 2033 first. Okoro fits well in Utah. Chicago takes a flyer on their depth at shooting guard. I like that. I think Utah really does need like a perimeter defender. That's why I said like D'Anthony Melton. Yeah, like can we do Bryce Sensabaugh for Isaac Okoro, Cody Williams for Okoro, Filipowski for Okoro, like something like that. I just don't know like if Utah's going to play all these young guys. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. OKC needs a wing. They do. OKC really does need a wing. We talked about this last night, but like it's all guards and bigs on this team. And I know like Dort can defend up, Caruso, Wallace, they can defend up, but it's odd. The question is, who else goes to Golden State to complement Steph and LeBron? They could probably get like a guy on a veteran minimum, like a Gary Trent. Simons might be wishful thinking. I would think they would need another guard. Sorry for that, but they have a decently deep roster right now. They drafted Yaxel. They might bring back Quinn and Post, and you got a lot of guys under contract. I'm just knocking over things left and right. Oh, what? Jonathan Isaac. Everyone's like he's gonna leave, and apparently he's just back on a 1-year deal. The real beat. Yeah, usually I guess like the Orlando beat reporters, but interesting. He's just coming back on a 1-year deal. After all that. So I guess they saved money. The veteran stays with the franchise. Damn. Okay. I did not really expect him to go back to Orlando on a 1-year deal. I assume it's for the minimum. Maybe like he gets the minimum from the Knicks, for example, or the Lakers, or the minimum from the Magic. Like maybe he could play a little bit more elsewhere, but maybe at this point he just wants the money and the state tax. I don't know what. And like he's comfortable, obviously, with Orlando. It's the only team he's played on. JT, thank you for the dono. If Bron goes to the Dubs, will they track someone else or so much more? It's just like, what's that guy that they're going to track? Because clearly they can't offer money. Maybe somebody tries to direct a trade there, like it would have been Anthony Davis, but AD would direct a trade there 100%. After all that, yeah, shout out Cat. Yeah, I don't know. Like next offseason, like Steph is playing under an expiring contract. Maybe he takes a pay cut. He should if he wants his best chance at a ring. Same thing I said with LeBron in Los Angeles. Like the Kristaps contract is weird. It's not even like fully guaranteed yet. Jimmy's under an expiring. They will have cap space next offseason if LeBron wants to play 2 years. Why waive him? Because it saved about... Actually, you know what? He already got paid from Orlando. So, like, Orlando, I don't think I could see it here. But it was like a $14 million contract, if I remember correctly. And it was only like $6 million guaranteed. So, they saved $8 million by waiving him. So, we already got $6 million from them. So, maybe he's just like, cool. I'm basically making $7 million from you guys next year, or $8 million, but it's part of the minimum. Jalen Green for Portis and Jovic. I don't know if that works financially for Miami, but... I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Josh, thank you for the dono. I want Bronny to leave the Lakers for an opportunity. I think the opportunity might be in Los Angeles if we're looking at this roster. I know they have a lot of guards, but like, I don't know. He does have next year non-guaranteed. He got guaranteed last year or this year. I don't know. Like, what team needs a guard? It's funny too, because when you look at the NBA, like everybody a lot of teams have their franchise guards. Like maybe it's Kingston. I guess Boston, like what about Pritchard? Brooklyn will be Brown. I guess Charlotte doesn't have like their franchise guard. Chicago's got Giddey. Cleveland's got Harden, Kyrie, Jamal, Cade, Steph. Like Van Vliet, I guess, is still up in the air. Halliburton, Garland, Luka, Reeves. I guess Memphis is still looking for their guard. Like franchise guards are interesting right now. I guess Miami doesn't have it. Milwaukee, maybe less than I think, honestly. But like, it's funny. Portland's got like 3 of them right now. The Miami roster is like, I don't know how good it's going to be in the regular season. I obviously think you can win a title with Giannis. I do believe that they could be better in 28 than they can be in 27. Because you have like what? Giannis and Bam. I don't know how that's going to work stylistically. Like, is it going to be a good fit? Is the spacing going to be terrible? We'll see. I know Jackson, I might be cursed. I don't mind. Like, I like Wiggins as a spot up guy, as a complimentary shooter. I think he's going to live out of the corner. Jovic can't be much worse than he was last year, but we'll see because obviously there's an added level of pressure to perform. Portis, I mean, Bucks fans could probably attest to it, has definitely been declining a little bit. Not the greatest defensive motor in the world, but fine offensively. Mitchell's pretty good. Like, Davion Mitchell, I think, is a serviceable starting guard. You just need THJ to replicate what he did last year in Denver. Like, they could get stuff out of Myron Gardner and Pele Larson because that's what Spo does. And then they also, well, I guess Nate Ament is going to the Bucks. They have Dwayne Wade here. Like, yeah, can they get another minimum or 2? Like, Simons would be so big, but is Simons ready to take the minimum? Sixers future hella underrated. The Sixers do have some interesting draft capital, Tide. I don't know how I feel about still this team with Paul George and Embiid, because you're kind of wasting some like prime maxi years under this contract and like obviously Edgecomb's rookie contract. They were good last year. They beat Boston in the playoffs, but like, will Embiid be healthy? They do not own their first round pick this year. No, this went to top 4, if not already settled. So they get their first round pick this year. They have a swap with the Clippers, or they get the Clippers first, excuse me. They could swap as a top 3 protected pick in 29 with the Clippers. And then they have all their picks going forward. You're not wrong. I do think they do owe their first rounder in 28, top 10 protected or top 8 protected to Brooklyn. And then it looks like if 1 through 8 and if Philly conveys first to OKC by 2026, which they did. So it's just like 1 outgoing first, but like you still got to eat Embiid's contract for 3 more years and you got to eat Paul George's contract for 2 more years. But like Maxey and Edgecombe could be the best backcourt in the league freaking next year. Come on, give us something, man. Give us something. What did I get? I've got DeAnthony Melton. I've got Elijah Martin. And I've gotten, what did I get? DeAnthony Melton, Elijah Martin, Jonathan Isaac since we've gone live. But before that, it was just deals left and right. Where does Bradley Beal go? I haven't talked about Beal a lot, but I do think he's going to be at Miami Heat. And if not a Miami Heat, I think he will end up in Boston to reunite with the St. Louis buddy in Jason Tatum. But if not those two, like Golden State, could we see him, not on the Lakers, Golden State, would he take the minimum to go to Minnesota? Like he could get an opportunity there. Would he take the minimum to go to Toronto? I don't know if Toronto would be interested. Washington? Does he go back to, everyone's going back to their 2019 team, so maybe. Tunster, thank you for the dono, man. Hey, Matt, I can not eat unless I'm watching one of your videos or one of Kenny's, so thank you for allowing me to eat. I appreciate that, man. I've gone in and out of, like, when I'm eating, it's just like watching YouTube, but I know that feeling. It's like, I don't know if that's, like, healthy or not, because I feel like you should be concentrating on eating, but I'm with you, man. I'm locked into people when I'm eating, too. Pause. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Joshua, thank you for the dono. Kills, thank you for the donation. And Philly Phylon, he the GOAT. Yeah, I'm excited about Phylon, man. You guys got an absolute steal. You guys got an absolute steal. That would have been a Daryl Morey pick if he was still in the front office. You think that he could sign Middleton? Yeah, that's another guy. I should have mentioned him, like Beal, Middleton, Anthony Simons, any of those older veterans. Like, could they get Tobias Harris? But they don't really need another 4. Black Soul AO? The same move? Nah, I know what you mean. You're eating right now, yeah. It's like YouTube spikes like during lunchtime. It's gotta be, right? What free agents should my Pels prioritize trade targets? Like trading for guys, I don't really have too many ideas. It's more so just getting draft picks. Like this team needs to sell high on, like, what if Trey Murphy gets injured next year? Because he's had injury concerns, or Zion. These guys are going to lose so much value. Like, capitalize on these guys. Capitalize. Like, I think Jordan Poole's expiring contract is valuable at $34 million. See if you can get a first round pick for a worse contract, but you send out Poole. James, thank you for the dono. Russ, Minnesota backup. Oh, dang, I'm dropping cash. Thank you, man, for the dono. I appreciate it. I like Russ. Yeah, like I want Russ to go to a contending team. It doesn't make sense because Miami needs shooting, but go to Miami, go to Minnesota. I'm with that, I'm with that, James. Trey Murphy to the Nets. Yeah, they have the draft capital to pull that off. The Raptors would go after Bagley. Bagley's a really good offensive free agent. I think that he's going to end up back in Washington, but we'll see. Utah trades for Miles Turner. I mean, Turner's making $25 million. So who are you giving up in that deal? That's the issue. Like Nurkic when his contract kicks in, but it's like two insanely big contracts. And then it's all like rookie contracts. And I guess Nurkic is the only middle guy, which they do have the mid-level exception. So I wonder if Utah's going to use that on somebody. Like, would they sign it to Tobias Harris? There's not that many good centers remaining. Would they sign Rui Hachimura in Utah? Like, do they somehow create money to get Peyton Watson? I don't know. Probably not Peyton Watson. Tommy, thank you for the dono. What's the Rockets' next move? Trade Dorian Finney-Smith and Capella? I would. But, like, are they willing to give up those first-round picks? Because those are not good contracts. Those are negative contracts in the league. I guess Finney-Smith isn't expiring. Like, are you trading Finney-Smith and Capella for Jordan Poole? Like, something crazy like that. I don't think that specifically, but, like, yeah, I mean, I would 100% try to trade those guys, but are you willing to dangle with the new lottery odds, the Brooklyn or Phoenix first? I don't think I would. But like you could trade away the swap in there because you have the right to swap with these two teams. You can give somebody like the middle swap because actually, no, that doesn't really make sense. But like you could trade away your 28 swap. You have all these first as well. Well, and thank you for the dono. Are my Wolves going to be too undersized? Starting to worry. We have 6 guards, Jaden and Rudy, and that's it right now. What would you do as Minnesota? So they're very high, clearly, on Baron J. I mean, yeah, you obviously want to snag a guy with size here in free agency, but like they can only offer the minimum. And it gets thin, man. It does. Like, can you get Zaire Williams? You can offer Kenrich Williams probably more playing time. That's the only thing, like, reason I could see him leaving OKC. I mean, yeah, it's tough, man. Like Jayshawn Tate, like you can offer Trendon Watford playing time. You can offer some of these guys playing time. Jeremy Sohan, like that's the only thing you guys can really offer right now is playing time at the 4 spot. But I agree, it is undersized. I'm glad they were able to get back Highland. The Nugs, thank you for the donation. As the big Warriors fan, I do not want an old LeBron or a 20-game AD on the Warriors. I'd rather the Warriors trade for JB than that. I mean, Jimmy Butler for JB, but then you got to offer 4 unprotected first-round picks. I mean, it makes you good. And, like, obviously it sets you up post-Steph years, but can you get LeBron too? I agree, man. Like, it can go south. That's why I'm like, I want to see it. I'm not a Warriors fan for an entertainment factor. LeBron and AD would be a lot of fun, but yeah. DCC, thank you for the donation. Any more moves the Suns could make? I think they have most of their team figured out. So they get Luke Kennard. They trade for Miles Bridges. They bring a lot of their guys back this offseason. Gillespie, Williams, Goodwin. So if you look at the roster, 15, I guess CJ Huntley's 2A is not really included, so that's 14 guys. But you have Koa Pete, so they're at their 15-man roster. So to be honest with you, no, unless they make a move. Maybe they do waive like Highsmith, save money, or Jamar Booya's gone, and then it's like a minimum signing. But like, man, come on, I guess is not going to start next year. I want my Knicks to trade for Iguodaro, but like he's good, and I think obviously the Suns and their fans know that, so I don't think they're moving Iguodaro. But he's like their 3rd string center, but can kind of play the 4. Ethan, thank you for the $10 dono, man. The Raptors keeping Boyles in its Kawhi deal is the biggest fleece of the trade. I don't think the Clippers got much of anything besides the 2033 pick, and the best free agency get for the Lakers, in my opinion, is Colin Sexton. Yeah, I don't think CMB was ever going to be in that deal. That's like if the Rockets had to include Amen Thompson or Şengün in the Kevin Durant deal in the offseason. I don't think they were going to have to give him up. I was like, maybe Alan Graves could be in that deal or Jacoby Walter, but yeah, you're definitely going to live with the players they gave up 100%. The biggest pick is that 2033 or 31. But who knows what the lottery odds are going to be then too, Ethan. Thank you for the dono, man. James, thank you for the dono. How do you think Keontae and Peterson duo will be? I don't really have a good feel on it right now. I think Peterson's going to help him out a ton as a defender and complementary, but like, could Peterson really outperform Keontae? And like now that they didn't have to pay Kessler, I think that's pretty good for Keontae and his bank account. Like I think they'd be more inclined to lock him up so they don't worry about losing him next offseason. I think it can work. I think it can work because Keontae's a really good athlete and I think he'd hold his own defensively if he has the motor to. Now that he's got like a 6 sidekick guard, maybe that could be a little bit better. I'm excited to watch them. Yes, sir. Thank you for the dono. Do you believe the pod hate is forced? And does he have a real potential on the Warriors someday? Also, any potential Warriors trades coming up? I guess the Warriors trade would be like for AD. Could they pivot to Trey Murphy? But it's tough financially. But Draymond did save them a lot of money. The pod hate being forced, I don't know. Warriors fans don't like him. I know that. From the outside, like I'm not watching every single Warriors game. So it's like, I'm sure there's just so many frustrating plays that I don't even notice that he is just like, I don't know, making Warriors fans so annoyed. But like this team had so many injuries last year. He played 82 games. I mean, from an outsider, it seems forced. But from the Warriors side, maybe it's not. But from an outsider, it feels forced. Because it's also unfair that like if Pods was playing in New Orleans on a bad team, like you wouldn't hear like a thing about him. It's just like they're trying to win around Steph. So he's added to another level of pressure for somebody on their rookie contract. And that's going to be the same thing with the Axel this year. Trent, thank you for the dono. Do you think that Lou Dort will be traded? Who needs him? I'm an OKC fan. I'd like to move on personally. I think Casey needs to take over that role. I agree. Who's going to take Lou Dort? I mean, the Lakers need defense. It's like he's making $17 million though. Like with the Bulls trade for him, is there like a Dort for a Coro trade to save some money for OKC? Like would Brooklyn take a chance? Charlotte needs defenders. Would they take Lou Dort? Probably not. Like, would Miami do? No, because like, why would you want Nikola Jovic? He's making money for the next 3 years. Portland, I thought Portland would have signed him if he was a free agent. I guess maybe one of the teams with trade exceptions now. There's so many that I'm like losing track. Like Charlotte's got that trade exception. Brett, thank you for the donation. Do you think the Rockets sign anyone else? If so, who do you think we sign? I mean, you guys have financial wiggle room. So you got Marcus Smart, you got Bogey, you have 3 centers. Right now, it's hard to predict who they would sign. Like, would they bring back Aaron Holiday or Jayshawn Tate? I think they're also waiting. I guess it's been good. Nobody's offered Tari Eason. Like, is Tari Eason getting more than the full mid-level? I don't know. I mean, for his defense, it probably deserves that. But I don't think anybody knew you guys are signing. Just like a gut feeling now. I have no like inside info. Go. Thank you for the donation. Unless my Wizards can get LeBron, I want to move on from AD and let the young guys get experience. Also, still not sure about the Trae Young deal either. Yeah, I didn't like the Trae Young contract. I don't know if it's going to age particularly well. Now, you could say on the counter that, Matt, who else were they giving this money to? And I can't really disagree. I don't know how I love about the player option. I would have liked a 3-year deal. I would have loved a 2-year deal, but I get it. You want to lock up the piece. You hope that he could be what he was before the injury and just make everybody better around you. And I will say, like, I would rather trade AD for Jimmy in an unprotected 2031 first who has an expiring contract than extend AD just because of AD's injury concerns. And how is he going to be next to Sar? And I want to see Sar and AJ flourish. Obviously, that's the future. But I think Trae can make them better. Just AD's 33. And he's just like the injury concerns. Eason to the Lakers. That would actually be the guy they need. I mean, like, they weren't pulling off, I think, 2 sign-in trades unless the Rockets were really done. Like, the Lakers could have given him, what, like the Mamu contract? They could have given him the Quentin Grimes contract, but I think the Rockets easily match that. Like, if they gave him the Walker Kessler contract, the Rockets wouldn't have matched that. Jaylen Brown and Denver, Casper? Don't hate that idea. Deuce for Jay off. Oh, I don't want to see. I can't go in offseason seeing Deuce in a Pacers jersey and Mitchell Robinson in a Celtics jersey. Yeah, David, Lakers making a lot of moves. Who do I think was a steal of the draft? I mean, in the first round, like late first round, it's got to be Phylon. It's got to be Cam Carr. Could be Chris Sinak. And in the second round, I mean, obviously getting like Malik Thomas or Isaiah Evans is great. And then obviously Henry Basar. I actually do like Bruce Thornton a lot, who the Rockets drafted at 31. Easton to LA makes a lot of sense. I agree. But like, okay, so you could have done a sign and trade for Vanderbilt or something like that. But like, you would have had to throw in a first round pick and you just don't have it. Unless like Cam Carr is in that deal. But like the Lakers aren't doing that. Both still have their mid-level exception left with the roster spot. Who should Bryson Graham sign? I mean, hey, if they can get Tari Eason, that would be great. They do need shot creator or like just guys that I think can generate any type of offense in Chicago. Like Matherin's interesting. but you don't want to stump the development of the other guys. So you would have picked somebody with a little bit more passing upside. Not that many good point guards for us. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, Russ would get you out of the relegation zone. Wouldn't hate that. I like Bryce McGowan's. Like, I would look at Bryce McGowan's. He's not going to cost a lot. Bradley, thank you for the dono. Would you roll with Jaden McDaniels or Jabari Smith? Like, who would I rather have on my team? Jaden McDaniels, 100%. Can Jabari Smith become that good of a defender? Like, Jabari was like, he had his moments, and he didn't have his moments in the playoffs, but he's still so young. He's 23. He's under a good contract for the next few years. He's a very interesting asset to have. And I wonder how his development is going to look looking back on. Like, did KD hurt it or help it? JT, thank you for the dono. I do not understand what the Pels are doing. Me too, man. Me too. I mean, there's a long offseason left, and they can still make trades, but I don't know what this roster is going to look like next year. What's happened big today? Walker Kessler's a Laker. Sexton's a Laker. Mamu's a Laker. Quentin Grimes is a Laker. We got Mitchell Robinson to the Celtics. Mo Wagner to the Nets. Nikola Vucevic and Javon Carter to the Magic. Isaac back to the Magic. Norman Powell's a Bull. John Collins is a Piston. It was late last night, but Dean Wade to Philly. There's definitely some other things. We have gone quiet now. I just said that? Okay. Mark Stein. It was a Mark Stein notey, but I'll look at it. It's about De La Rey. Mavericks first round pick, Sergio De La Rey, I'm told, is now indeed expected to play in Summer League. Oh, that's exciting. We'll see. Yeah, if he's going to end up being a Euro stash. Matthew, thank you for the dono. Would the Spurs think about moving Keldon Johnson? I mean, the finals, like if the Spurs, let's say, lost to the Thunder, I think it would look better. But like he didn't show up in the finals, so it left like a bad taste in everybody's mouth from last year's season. But he won Sixth Man of the Year. He's got an 18 million expiring. He's a great vibes guy. I know he's like the guy in the locker room. I think they extend him. I think they keep him. But wouldn't be the worst idea to sell high because you just paid Champagne. Castle could play up. Vassell is there. If they sign Rui. I'm excited for Ryan Conwell 0 on the Heat. I kind of forget about these second round picks sometimes when we're talking about their roster. The thing is with Clark said, like, has the NBA really fixed tanking? Why don't they care about load management? I mean, the thing with load management was you're looking at like these older stars. Like, one, if you didn't want load management, eliminate back-to-backs. That still making things crazy. And the NBA is just like, it's more serious. It's more physical than it's been in years past. Like, maybe not in terms of like fighting, but like more so hard planning, cutting, pace. There's more possessions. There's more contact because there's more free throws. I just think like that just adds into like load management and guys missing time. Like, I don't think guys are missing time just because they don't want to play. If a doctor is going to tell you, like Kawhi Leonard, right, he will be healthy throughout the whole season if he plays 58 games, but there's a 10% increase he's going to get hurt if he plays 72 games. You're gonna take the 58 games. It's just not worth it. And it's just like there's so much, like, you look into like the science behind it, like the hard planning, the cutting, the constant possession movement. That's why Achilles injuries have kind of skyrocketed and ACL injuries too. Thank you for the dono, Cheese. Sitting at the beach in Ocean State, New Jersey. Beautiful spot, man. Been there before. Thank you for the dono. Can you explain the Sixers cap situation and what moves can they make after losing Grimes? So I don't think the Sixers have a ton of cap space after losing Grimes and bringing in Dean Wade. You have a lot of money allocated to George and Embiid. Dean Wade and Ahuk Porty, I believe, makes up majority of the mid-level. I don't know if there's a good visualization here from Yasi. I'm not a cap expert. I try my best to like have a good knowledge, but it's so ever moving and changing here because you can absorb contracts into different areas. Did he do a Sixers one? Let me see real quick. Did a Nets one? He's definitely done a Sixers one. Here we go. So they need 2 more roster spots. They have $4.5 million in luxury tax space. Daryl Morey did that by trading away Jared McCain. They could take in more salaries in a trade. They could sign and trade for free agents. Porties will go into the mid-level or the biannual. So that's either like the $15 million mid-level or the 4.5 biannual. You can see kind of the exceptions they have here. So it does look like that. They can sign somebody for $5.5 million or $2.6 million. I don't know if Porty goes into like both. Yeah, if Porty goes into both, then it's like obviously $4.2 million you could sign somebody, which is more than the veteran minimum. Any plans for the 4th? I don't think so. I think it might just be working this year, especially if there's so much going on in the NBA. Bam Adebayo Glazer, thank you for the donation. Why are the Lakers speed running? So I think the Mamu, Grimes, and maybe the Sexton deals will, like, they were done yesterday. They were done last night, like agreed upon. But Rob Pelinka was probably like, we can give you guys these deals, but we just got to see if we can get Kessler first to announce these deals. And that's what happened. And then it all just came out at once. Thank you for the dono, man. Brett, thank you for the dono. How much cap space does the Rockets have left? Let's see. Did Yossi do one for them? Shout out Yossi. I would definitely recommend following him for any cap stuff. And obviously he's a great follow. So after signing Smart, they have 3 more roster spots. It looks like, they are hard capped at the second apron, so they can't make any moves to get them into the second apron. They can re-sign Tari Eason with bird rights, so they're good there. I guess that can maybe bring them into the second apron. They have $9 million left in the non-tax mid-vol exception. That's actually a decent amount. $4.5 million basically in luxury tax space, 5.5 of the biannual. Like, they got some money left. They do have some flexibility, so I wonder if they're going to make a trade. Horty says if Berenger and Rocco work out, the Wolves got so much to play with. I don't know. I don't feel good about Rocco Zikarsky. I was definitely lower on him in that draft class, but Berenger, yeah. And I know they're super high on Berenger. King Kong says, hey, SROS, now that Braun said he will sign with the minimum, do you think he will sign with the Warriors? I think the Warriors were actually able to give him a little bit more, always to begin with. But I think that actually increases the chances of like Miami, Minnesota, and Cleveland. What can the Indiana Pacers do? Actually, like a decent amount. They could trade for Trey Murphy, but ownership does not want to go into the first apron or pay the luxury tax because they're cheap. And this is a window where this team could win it all. So I don't think it's fair to the fan base, especially after all the money they made in the 25 playoffs. Like, it sucks. And there's some extensions looming with them too. Carson, thank you for the dono. Could the Warriors trade Jimmy in a first for Trey Murphy and Poole and still sign LeBron? Also, do you think Portland will trade Shaedon Sharpe? To your first question, yes, they still can, especially if LeBron is willing to take the minimum. They could pull that off. Trey Murphy would be a cool reunion. I wouldn't mind. I think they would maybe hope that Jordan Poole would be a cool reunion. I guess they would hope that Poole got like bought out instead. They could sign him for the minimum. And then do I think Portland will trade Sharpe? If they trade for Jaylen Brown, yes. Maybe there is a Sharpe for Trey Murphy trade. It's like Sharpe and a first for Trey Murphy or something like that. So somebody said something about the Raptors in the chat. I did tweet this question out. How would you guys answer this? In the Eastern Conference right now, obviously a lot to work with here, still like Jaylen Brown trade. Who do you feel confident will be the best team out of this 6 next year? I feel like these guys are very close. I'm doing good, Sports. How are you? Can the 76ers sign LeBron if he wants to go there? He almost did in 2018, apparently. That wasn't like a leverage play. But out of these 6 in the East, Kevin, I said out of these 6, not the Wizards. Tube says the Pacers, Il says Toronto, FTC Flight says Miami or Cleveland, Briss says Toronto. I'm seeing a lot of Toronto. I'm seeing a lot of Heat. I'm seeing like no Boston. I see a couple of Detroit now. Detroit 100% Boston. Let's see. Can I make a poll? I think I could do a poll. How many of these can do? Best East team here. Let's go. Cavs. I don't know how many options you could do in a poll. If it's only 4, okay, it's only 4. So let me do like the 4 most said teams, which were the Raptors, the Pacers, the Heat, and the Pistons, which is crazy. Because I guess, yeah, like LeBron could sign one of these teams. So I didn't see a lot of Celtics, and I didn't see a lot of Cavs. So I'm going to start a poll with these 4 teams. Like, what would you guys say? I don't even know how to view this poll. Oh, there it is. Yeah, people are on the Raptors train now, man. People are on the Raptors train. A little bit lower on the Pistons. People back on the Pacers, it looks like. Yeah, everyone, it's on the Raptors. It's hard not to get excited about the Raptors with Kawhi, man. It's really hard not to. Cavs, could Simons go to the Raptors? Yeah. Yeah. Will they have a lot of money to spend? I don't know. Let me see what. Shout out Yossi, man. Just makes these graphics are great. When's his last Toronto one? Here we go. So they have 4 roster spots. Yeah, they have their minimal exceptions still. I mean, it's going to trigger the first apron, but yeah. Which then you would lose like some taking out more salaries than they're sending out type stuff. Don't hate that. So yeah, you guys were on the Raptors. Okay. Interesting. No, Celtics is crazy. I feel like nobody was saying the Celtics in the chat, so I was like, let me pick the 4 most teams. What are the odds Kawhi stays healthy for 65 games? I mean, I don't know how good I would feel about it because you look at recent memory, it's been 65 games. He's only done it twice since 2017. There's a shortened season in 21, but I guess he couldn't have gone there anyway. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know when he missed those games, but either way, I don't know. We'll see how they manage his health. I mean, Masai and they did a great job with it, and Nick Nurse did a great job with it in 2019, so we'll see about it there. All right. So Raptors won that poll. Let me see one other East poll here. Actually, I don't know who I would add in that one. Maybe I'll do another poll in a second. Brad Morris, thank you for the donation. Love the offseason content. Thank you, man. Heat starting 5. All right, so obviously Giannis and Bam in the front court. And then I would go Wiggins at the 3. Davion Mitchell at the 1. And then who? And then maybe Loki. Or then probably Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 2. But I would not be totally shocked if it's Pele Larson at the end of the day. Pam Adebayo Glazer, thank you for the dono. SROS has been traded to the Wizards. Me? I did? Thank you, man, for the dono. Easton is a Laker. All right. Now I want to see, I mean, the Lakers can still do a lot, but let's do a poll for some West teams. Best West team here. Let's go Lakers. Let's go Rockets. Let's go Wolves. And let's go, I don't know if I want to say the Warriors here because, like, I don't really know how the Warriors are going to go next year. Kind of want to think, like, how are the Jazz going to do? Actually, you know what? Let's do Lakers, Rockets, Wolves. Maybe we do, not Wolves. Let's do Jazz, and let's do Blazers. I feel like the Lakers might run away with this one, but let's just see it anyway. Let's just see it anyway. Because they do have Luka, Reeves, and Kessler. Okay, see, well, okay, best out of those 4, not overall in the NBA, or not overall in the West. Yeah, okay. A lot of people saying the Lakers. That's what I expected. That's what I expected. And I would probably agree. I just don't know how high people were on the Jazz. Maybe that one might be more interesting if the Jazz kept Kessler. You think the Jazz, Hunter? Even after losing? I was good with the Warriors, too. Thank you for the dono. A-Cup Rookie of the Year. I like that prediction. Lonzo Turner to the Celtics. Lonzo? I mean, they already got Mike Conley. Trade exception used if Pritchard is traded. Okay. Interesting. I mean, Turner to Boston, I don't think is going to happen as much anymore just because of the Mitch Rob signing. I like the A-Cuff Rookie of the Year shout. Thanks, man. The Suns disrespect is crazy. All right, new poll. I'm taking out the Lakers in there. That was a bad poll by me. Hand up. I'll take that L. Let me do a new poll. Best. All right, we're going to do Jazz. Hold on. Jazz, Blazers, Suns, and then do I want to do the Warriors? Not the Mavericks, guys. Not the Clippers. All right, we'll do the Warriors, but think about the Warriors with no Steph, or sorry, with no LeBron. Think about the Warriors with no LeBron. Let's say they don't get LeBron, and this is kind of their roster right now next year for the Warriors. How would you guys go with this one? Okay, this one looks a little bit more even. This one looks a little bit more even. Let's say the Warriors don't get LeBron. I've been headed to the trade block from the Wizards to the Bulls. Just don't send me to New Orleans. No disrespect. No, I'm just kidding. I've never been to New Orleans. I actually really need to go. I went to Nashville for the first time this year. I got to go to New Orleans, Portland, probably some of the bigger cities I haven't been to in the United States. 100% Blazers. I don't believe in the Blazers. Okay, I have no idea what's going to go on with the Blazers. And I do think the Jazz take a big hit, man. Like Kessler, like not having a rim protector, rebound, like not the rebounder that Kessler is going to stink. This poll is disrespectful to Portland, is it? Jack, thank you for the dono. What about Mitchell and Allen for Brown and Cade? I mean, I love the idea of like a Jaylen Brown and Cleveland idea. And like Mitchell, if he doesn't sign the extension, could happen. It could. I don't hate it, man. I don't hate it. But my pal Nurk, okay, Nurkic is being serious. Like, he was a good offensive player last year. He's a really good passer. I thought he made great reads, like kind of being that point offensive hub. Watching their half court offense, the defense, I don't think he's your rim protector, man. I do not think he's your rim protector. What has happened today, SROS? We got a lot go down, man. We had a lot. I would just recommend kind of underdog throws it all in one. Tobias. Probably moving the Pistons. John Collins is there. Dean Wade, Philly. Melton back with the Warriors. Sexton, Grimes, Mamu, and Walker Kessler to the Lakers. Nurkic, Strauss, beef. For real. All right. So the Blazers won that poll. Okay. Interesting. Sports Stream, I think Powell went to the Bulls because they had the money. They had to spend it. They needed guys to generate offense, and they want to finish 4 through 10 in the overall standings of the lottery. They didn't want to be a bottom 3 team. James, thank you for the dono. Suns got to choose Book or Jalen Green. They get it with a real point guard. I agree. I mean, I don't think New Orleans should trade for Jalen Green, but could they get DeJounte Murray? That's why I thought maybe they can get John Morant. They do need a point guard. I agree with you, man. Final boss, thank you for the dono, man. Suns look good, but Book as a point guard, yeah, is not bad either. I don't like Booker as the point guard. I think Dylan Brooks was obviously a home run pickup for them. Now, to give Jalen Green credit, like he was hurt all of last year, and they do have Gillespie ready to have a scaled up role. Like this is like role player heaven here in Phoenix. We'll see if it's enough. Bam Adebayo Glazer, thank you for the donation. Grant Williams MVP. He might be, man. He might be. He's got to be one of the higher paid players on the Hornets this year, which might be an MVP in its own right. What is he? The third highest paid player on their new roster? Reed. Oh no, he's fifth because Miller's making that much, and I forgot Grayson's making 18 mil a year sometimes. Gio, thank you for the donation. If you had to put money on it, who do you think would be the next surprise young team like the Spurs this year? Obviously, none have a player like Wemby. I need your guys' advice. I don't know if I could find this tweet that I send out. Hold on, let me see, because it's funny you say that, because every year I am terrible picking the team that is going to take the lead. Oh, did I? Next, let's see. Hold on one second. Because every year there's a team. I'm not going to find my tweet. I remember tweeting this. I'm basically terrible at picking that team that's going to take the lead next year. So if you guys know it, let me know. Because I think I had the Spurs as a 7 seed last year. I had the Thunder as a 9 seed when they were the 1 seed in 24. And I think I was lower on was I lower on 2 years ago? I forget. But like, I'm really bad at predicting it. So if you guys know it, let me know. The Jazz, the Wizards, I know those are going to be the popular ones. Dallas, maybe. I guess you have Jaylen Brown go somewhere. Xander, thank you for the dono. Have you been to Detroit? Downtown area is nice. I have not actually, just a layover there. Do need to go to Detroit as well. Because I never went to Cleveland. And I went in the summer to a Guardians game a couple years ago. I liked it a lot. And I didn't think I was going to like Cleveland that much. And I thought it was nice. So I wonder if it's like somewhere vibe with Detroit. Because it's kind of like those, they're not like Midwestern cities, but what would you call them? Like, they used to be like the car capitals, obviously Detroit, and was it like, it wasn't Steel because that was probably more Pittsburgh. Whatever was big in Cleveland. James, thank you for the dono. Orlando got to make a move after that Cavs series. Orlando got to make a move that Cavs series. What Cavs? Like the Pistons series? I guess they did play the Cavs 2 years ago, but I don't hate the Vucevic signing. They kind of need spacing. I think they can go without a little bit of rim protection. I wonder if they'll trade Badatse. And Mo Wagner is gone. Right? Yeah. Mo Wagner's gone. This should be on the Nets. What did the Lakers do? They did a lot. I don't know, Nicholas, about the Hawks. They're an interesting team too, because I don't think they have another move in them unless it is a Jaylen Brown trade. Jock Lano 14 mil is a lot. JT, thank you for the dono. Mike's reaction to Kessler got me crying. Was it like a live reaction? Mike's funny, man. Cleveland underrated. I think Cleveland is underrated. I don't know if I would like it in the wintertime, but like the Brown Stadium is like right on the water. But it was nice in the summer. I really like the area of the Guardian Stadium. And I went to a Cavs game once years ago when they sucked in 2019. They got blown out by the Blake Griffin Pistons. It's kind of depressing then. It was like March. It was pretty cold. Who's my favorite tennis player? I'm a very casual tennis watcher. I was watching Wimbledon a little bit yesterday. I don't really know if I have a favorite. I think growing up, I was rooting for Federer the most. Now, I don't really have like a preference of Sinner or Alcaraz. I think it's just because I'm a casual. Or like, obviously Novak's still doing it, which is sick. Oh, no, nobody's on the board. If I say tweet, that's good. Cleveland SROS. Mitch went to that team, I know, man. Anybody but Boston, and he went to Boston. Matt is arrow hook pretty good. No. Can he be good? Maybe. Can he be better than Bona? Maybe. High motor. He made a sick block in the NBA Finals. Was it game 5? I think it was in game 5. Just watch that and then get excited. Bam Adebayo Glazer, thank you for the dono. Have you ever been to Indy? It's a great city. Thank you, man. No, I haven't. I wanted to go to the All-Star game there a couple years ago. I wanted to go to the Final Four last year. Maybe this year I'll go to the Final Four, but it's like near my wedding, so I don't know if I will, but I got to go to Indy for sure, man. I got to go. Hayden, thank you for the dono. How do you feel about Dean Wade in Philadelphia? I like the signing. I wouldn't expect him to be like this great offensive talent for you guys. It's more of like a spot up 3-point shooter, but he's a good point of attack defender. And that's what you guys needed. Like somebody that you could switch with like VJ on the perimeter. He's maybe a little bit better than Kelly Oubre and might've been a little bit cheaper. James, thank you for the dono. What's next for Aiden after the Kessler signing? I think he gets bought out unless the team trades for him, which, hey, centers, you never know. But I do think he gets like stretched, which is crazy. Like for what Aiden used to be. Um, do I watch hockey? Not really. I don't know why I never really got into hockey. I kind of get into it a little bit. Like I used to play fantasy a lot in high school and I was into it, but I haven't really been into it lately. If I had to root for a team, it'd probably be the Rangers. But I know the Flyers were good this year. Ethan, thank you for the dono. Rank teams based on best to worst offseason moves. I mean, I don't know if I can rank every team. Just a quick glance, like who do I think got better this offseason? Like the Raptors did well. I don't think the the Cavs are doing too well. Like I think the Celtics, if they keep Jaylen Brown, I think they're in a good spot. I don't know if Atlanta's going to change too much this offseason from their moves, but I like their draft. Like Washington will be better, obviously. Indiana should be better, even though they haven't done anything. I like the Giannis trade from Milwaukee. Portland, I don't get the Ja thing still, but we'll see how it works out. Minnesota took a massive risk on LaMelo, and I know Charlotte got worse, but I think those moves were good. Dodger, thank you for the donation. What do you think of the other three Lakers signings? I like Mamu. Like Mamu, like with his size and rebounding ability, it's great that he could stretch the floor. Plays more like a bigger forward than like a true big. He's not a great rim protector. I'm excited to see Grimes with Luka again because Grimes was so good for the Mavs in like that role player role in 25, and then Nico traded him as well. So I'm excited to see that. He's an all right defender. It's gotten a little bit worse, but we'll see how it looks next year. Sexton's a wild card. It doesn't feel like Sexton was a necessity for this team. He's a good scorer, and maybe they do worry about the injuries with Reeves and Luka, somebody that can like energize the offense, come off the bench. But like if you're playing Luka and Reeves 34 minutes a night as your guards, I don't know if Sexton's going to actually play all that much. And thank you for the donation. Is Detroit selling a 60-win team right now? I think they get back Duren. I don't know if I love their offseason. Like, I like the addition of Isaiah Joe. I don't know if I really love the Herter deal. Like, Tobias to Collins. Collins is a good big that could shoot. Not a great defender. Will he be able to generate offense as much as, like, Tobias in the playoffs? I don't think so, but he should be better in the regular season. But, like, why'd they trade away Stewart? For 3 second rounders, I'm excited about Ibuka. I would be shocked if this team won 60 games next year. Blake, thank you for the dono. Musa will be a top 7 center next year. Oh, that's big praise. I don't agree, but I do think Musa, like, he's legitimately good and should get a nice extension. Maybe he can't get extended because he was a two-way guy. He, I guess, can't get extension eligible till February. I wonder if he gets extended in February. And JT, thank you for the dono. Come to Australia. Nobody ever regrets it. I got to get out there, but I just know it's a hefty flight from the States. So we'll see. But I want to see like a Perth game out there or watch an NBL game. I know cricket's big out there too, so maybe you catch a cricket game. Hayden, thank you for the dono. I like the Powell signing to Chicago. I hope the Sixers can keep Oubre. Their bench is looking real thin. I agree. If they can keep Oubre, I would like the Wade signing, I think, a little bit more because I do think Wade and Oubre, that's like really good 3D combo together to surround Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid with. They need more size too, and they need another guard. But like I do think Wade was a step in the right direction. They needed true 4, and they drafted Phylon, which I don't disagree with because Phylon was tremendous value there. Vince, thank you for the donation, or Vincent. Potential Shaden for Herb and Bay trade. That's interesting. I don't know if Portland would trade Sharp for that. I wonder if it would have to be Trey Murphy. I wonder if Trey Murphy would have to be in that. Because you said Bay, yeah, not Trey. Do I watch any motorsports? Not really. No. John Collins got a B plus. We'll see. B plus. I don't know because I'm gonna grade the signings. I gotta like think about them more, and I want to see what else they do too. The Embiid contract is abysmal. Yeah, Daryl Morey did it a little bit too early. Justin Edwards stepping up. Hope so. He had a one good game last year, like out of nowhere when he wasn't really playing that much. I wonder if I could find it. Now it's just like it's in my head. I don't know why I'm going to Justin Edwards' game log of all people. But what was the game I was watching? I can't really remember. It was a 32-point game. Was that in March against Sacramento? Or maybe it was the Boston game. That was early. I don't know which one I'm thinking of. Maybe it's the Portland game. One of those. I was just like, oh, Edwards is here again. Where's Rui going? San Antonio. And I would love that for them. Clippers would be an interesting signing for Rui. Has anybody thrown the Clippers for Rui? Because they don't have really an incentive to be bad next year. That'd be interesting. What's your ad blocker? Somebody put me on Pi. It's pretty good. Like I'll use it for like some annoying websites that are like for the videos too, so ads aren't playing, but I usually don't have it on too much. Especially if it's like Basketball Reference. Like they deserve every penny. Like it's the goated website. And Spot Track too. But like for like anything on screen, like visuals, I will put it on just because, especially like Sporkle, man. Oh my God, it's just like ads left and right when you're trying to make a video with them. What else do you think the Bucks do? They could take a flyer on a young guy. The Jen contract was interesting. I think they could trade Hero. Like, I wonder if Detroit would actually do that. Ethan, thank you for the dono. Would you rather the Knicks go back to the finals within the next 3 years, but you don't know the outcome, or wait 20 years for a guaranteed chip? I think the first one, actually. I already got the chip, so like I could say in my life I saw the Knicks win a title. So I'm cool within the next 3 years while I'm riding the high with this team that I really like, that they would go to the finals. Because you're not saying that they're going to lose. I just don't know the outcome. So I think I would take that. Breevy, thank you for the dono. I think the Bulls could flip Norm to a contender at the deadline. 100%. 100%. As long as he can win them enough games where it's like they have a little bit of cushion between the bottom three, I think so. I think so. Fox for Jalen and picks. I don't know if anybody wants that Fox contract right now. What's the website that shows the plus minus for players? There's a couple. There is PBP stats. That's those on off. Data Baller is really good as well for on offs. That's like you see a lot of those screenshots on Twitter. Data Baller. Actually, a Temple alumni, the guy that made that website. Shout out Temple. Matisse Thybulle to LA? Maybe, because Thybulle's a free agent, right? Yeah. That's, I mean, like, yeah, why not? You can sacrifice some shooting. You have so many good shooters as it is. I don't hate that. Zaire Williams would be a good pickup. Osho Baji's not a bad defender. Do you think Kuminga gets signed today? I think once Duran goes back to the Pistons, if that does happen, like Sacramento's obviously out on him. I think he can be a king. I don't hate that for Sacramento if it's like a 2-year deal. If it's the mid-level. It just feels like a Kings thing, but like, why not? Take a chance. You think the Cavs get Kuminga? They would have to dump some guys though, right? Or you're doing like a Strus sign and trade. I mean, the Cavs, what? They have some access to their draft capital going forward. Like they do own everything in the 2030s, and people are just trading 2033 swaps. So maybe there is a Strus for Kuminga sign and trade. I don't like that though. I don't. Thank you for the dono, Trevin. Hey, look up my guy, Jaleel Smith, sophomore guard, averaged 30 in one state, just transferred to Oak Hill. I will, man. I'll throw that up on my left here when I'm done. But sounds like the legit thing playing at Oak Hill. He is that's your friend? That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, because he's on 247 from North Carolina. I got some legitimate schools on the college list. Cook me. My very early award predictions. I was thinking about this the other day. Like rookie of the year, now Peterson got intriguing with Kessler gone, but I think I would still go with Boozer as my rookie of the year pick just because I think he's going to have the output and the shots per game. MVP is tough, but like I guess the logical one is Wemby right now. We haven't seen somebody win 3 in a row. Giannis didn't do it. Jokic didn't do it. LeBron never did it. I think there's going to be some voter fatigue with Shea. And it's like 4 1 seeds in a row. Can they pull that off? So I think Wemby's like my MVP pick. It's like early and that's not a hot take. Probably my Depoy pick too. Most improved is interesting. I liked Alex Sarr, but Alex Sarr was the 2nd overall pick. So I don't know if I love that. Like there's got to be like a Ryan Rollins or a Naw guy that comes up. Like does Norman Powell get it if he's just like averaging 30 for the Bulls? Like could Walker Kessler get it in Los Angeles? Maybe. Like if Walker Kessler is like a top 5 defender, like he ends up on an all defensive team and he averages like 17 and 10. What did he average? 17 might be a lot, but I don't know. The looks he might get from Luka and Reeves. Like what's his high? He averaged, well, it was 5 games last year. Like, okay, he averaged 11 and 12 with like Keontae George and Isaiah Collier in 25. He could average like 15 and 10 with like 2 blocks. Like that could be an interesting one. Peyton Watson for most improved. I think he would have to go to a different team. 6 man of the year, I gotta like see the bench units. Cash Bowser, thank you for the dono. Can you share your thoughts on Cleveland, especially when it comes to losing Wade and Ellis? And who do you think Cleveland might go after? I feel Cleveland, like, they've been throwing around Kuminga. I think it's going to be some veterans. They brought back Thomas Bryant. I'd like a big. They have all the talent in the world, but I just think when you get to the playoffs and you need guys that are going to give 100% effort, that are going to get back on defense, that are not going to be scared of the big moment, I'm not taking this team to win the finals. Like, they give LeBron, okay, my mind changed. Like, I said that, like, watching them against the Knicks when they got swept and they blew that game 1, They need somebody like Jaden McDaniels. They need somebody like Dylan Brooks. They need somebody with like an FU mindset that can get everybody going. Maybe that was supposed to be Schroeder and it just didn't work out. Kills, thank you for the donation. Kobe White sleeper most improved. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Kobe White almost got it a couple years ago when he was on the Bulls, but he didn't end up playing enough games. Was it? Oh no, he did. Was it 25, 24? I thought he should have won it, but it went to Maxey. I could see that. Like, in Kobe White averaged 24 a night in Charlotte, the opportunities are there. Obviously, like Brandon Miller could be in that talks, but like he's a former number 2 overall pick. Ethan, thank you for the dono. Now they're giving Luka the here damn MVP. It all matters about record too, because Wemby's gonna have the statistical output. Same with Shea, same with Jokic. You know who actually could win MVP next year? I don't know if anybody said it in the chat, but like Giannis has had the MVP numbers to rival like Jokic and Shea in recent memory, and for the most part, he's hit 65 games. Like, he's been on the fringe, but like he had MVP 3, 4, 4 and 3. Like, if the Heat can win 52 games or be like a 2 seed in the East, Giannis. And then another one, which would be like, I don't know about a dark horse, but like, can Kawhi play 65 games? Can the Raptors be a 1 seed? And can he average what he averaged last year for the Clippers? Sexton for 6-man, maybe. Yeah, now I'm seeing Kawhi MVP, Luke MVP. Record's going to matter a lot. And that's why I think like Giannis and Kawhi on different teams can get in the mix. Maybe Tatum? People might be out on Tatum. Nosferatu, thank you for the dono. Lakers PR will put Kessler into Depoy talks next year. Yeah, like Kessler's PR is going through the roof now that he's on the Lakers. And MVP, I mean, I think Ant can win the scoring title. Like, I guess LaMelo changes that a little bit, though. I predicted Ant to win the scoring title last year, but I think he finished in the top 5. But it was like not the obvious pick of Shea. Yeah, like if they're the 1 seed, for sure. Because these guys are going to all have MVP stat lines. Like, that's an MVP stat line. Like, Kobe would have like won the stat line. What did Kobe average when he won MVP? Kobe averaged, let's see, did he average 28? It's a different era. Nope, he did average 28 when he won MVP. He averaged 35 and finished 4th. I don't know though. Like, I think plenty of guys will have these stat lines to win MVP, but it's really going to come down on numbers. Like Cade, not a bad shout, but like, will they be the 1 seed and win 60 games again? We'll see. And beat MVP back, we'll see. Cavs losing Ellis and Wade, it does hurt their perimeter defense, man. Like, who's their best defender right now in Cleveland? Are you just trusting like Evan Mobley? Is it Dennis Schroeder? Is it Jalen Tyson? I don't know. Bam Depoy watch. I mean, having Giannis by his side will be electric. Not a single move since I got here. I know, man. I went live because like so much happened right before. I was only going to go live for like 2 hours, so hopefully we get something before I end. I think where we can end up in San Antonio, Tyson or Strus, yeah, but they might get rid of Strus, which is crazy. Which I get, it's a financial, maybe larger play thing. Jared McCain or AJ Mitchell 6-man. I feel better about Mitchell than I do about McCain. Injuries will happen. They did just draft Sturts. But I do like those shouts. I feel like Mitchell, yeah, has a better chance. Ethan, thank you for the dono. Howie has to be comeback player of the year, right? They don't have that award, but yeah. If it was like the NFL version of the comeback, yeah, Howie would win it because it's usually like the best injured guy from the year prior. Bizarre World, thank you for the dono. Dean Wade has a negative, was a negative in the offs. Cavs with a whole offseason build chemistry to make them as scary considering they made it to the ECF. Yeah. It's just like, do we think Harden's going to be the same next year? I mean, Harden looks like he's aged just fine. Will Mobley take a leap? Mitchell might get extended, but like, is Mitchell going to change his offensive philosophy in the playoffs than it's been since he's been drafted? I don't know. I'm not seeing it, man, with Cleveland. Thank you for the dono, but I agree. Like, I was never like afraid of Wade offensively as a Knicks fan in the playoffs. I thought he did all right defensively, but the offense was bad. But like the Mitchell Harden perimeter defense. But obviously you have Allen and Mobley behind them. I'm using Spot Track. This is GOAT for NFL, MLB, NBA salary information. Ja Morant most improved? I mean, yeah, like Ja or Trae Young could get in those conversations just because everybody was out on them. I don't know if everybody was out on LaMelo. At this point, MVP is just Offensive Player of the Year. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Looney and Post on the table. I wouldn't mind Post, but like they also kind of need a rim protector. Like I guess Looney's more so the rim protector. Mitchell Robinson signed by the Celtics. It's a good signing. It sucked as a Knicks fan, man. It really did. Should the NBA add Offensive Player of the Year? No. I think the NBA, what would be another award? I think Perimeter Defender of the Year would be a cool award, but they had a Clutch Player of the Year. Like, I'm cool with, like, Perimeter Defender of the Year, which would have been, like, who last year? Maybe Asar Thompson. And then you have Defensive Player of the Year, which is always kind of like a rim protector. Like, Marcus Smart won it. Well, Gary Payton's won it. Who's, like, the last depoys? Does this have it? Yeah. So you got like Marcus Smart. I mean, I guess like Draymond and Kawhi are wings, right? But it's been mostly bigs for the most, for the most part. And like Wemby's gonna dominate this award. Like who was the last guard outside of Smart? Was it Gary Payton? It was. Like guards don't win this award. So I don't know. Maybe something about perimeter defense would be cool. LeBron to the Spurs, I'll be all on board with that. I think it would be a lot of fun. Knicks got their ring, so I don't care anymore. Chick, thank you for the donation. Do you think Matisse to the Lakers? I could see that. Thibault never really crossed paths with, I think, anybody on this team, like from his Philly days. Yeah, like him and Grimes never crossed paths, but I do think that's what they need. I mean, like if he could shoot all right, like you take it, he's 29, he's going to get some great looks, kind of what he has been. Yeah, I think so. Streak continues. Aaron Wiggins, MIP. Yeah, you're not wrong. Sometimes I forget Dyson won it 2 years ago, but Dyson, no, and then Aaron Wiggins. Yeah, now Kuminga's gone. We'll see about what's his name? Reese Ashe next year. Like if Reese Ashe averaged 20 a night, he'd win it because everybody's out on Reese Ashe. Where do I think Tobias Harris is going? Obviously, a team that's going to play him. I mean, do the Rockets just sign Tobias? Like he's older, they can give him some money. Philly, yo, Philly. No, that's not happening. I said Golden State. Portland makes sense. San Antonio makes sense if they lose out on Rui. James, thank you for the dono. Would you consider Asar a guard if he wins DPOY? It's so tough now. Like he's on the fringe of guard and wing, and there's obviously like positions don't really matter. He's just like he's a huge guard. I think I would. Like I think he's a huge guard. Like I think he's more of he's less of a forward wing than like Kawhi is. But like he does feel like a wing. I don't know. What would Pistons fans say? Thank you for the dono, man. Backup center for the Knicks. Come on, Mooney. Donovan Mitchell to the Celtics. I'm saying there is an idea there. There is an idea there. Who should the Nuggets let go for Watson? It's probably going to have to be Cam Johnson unless they're willing to go into the aprons, which we'll see. Mason, I don't mind the Lakers signings. I do think they're a little bit risky. Derek White getting shipped, but who's taking Derek White's contract? It's kind of big, and he was pretty bad offensively last year down the stretch. Like 30, 32, 34. And is he one of those guys like you don't trade with Brad Stevens? It's like not Marcus Smart, but like will he be a lot worse outside of Boston? Yeah, nothing's happened. It's been live. All right, so between yesterday and today, DeAndre Jordan, Kobe Sanders, Bones Highland. What else happened when I was live yesterday? Tim Hardaway Jr., DeAnthony Melton, Jonathan Isaac. There's been like 7 moves, and they've been like the smallest one since I've been live. So I know as soon as I get off, we're going to get like Tobias Harris signing, or we're going to get LeBron James signing, or Jalen Duren or something. As soon as I get off in like a little bit. So we'll see. But I wanted to also talk about the moves too. We got to talk about like the Robinson moves, the Lakers moves, John Collins and all those signings. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to hop on too, because there was just so much going on, and I got to record my Walker Kessler Lakers rebuild now. I'm interested about Collins. So it's a sign and trade technically with the traded player exception, which gives the Clippers some more flexibility. Which, yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder what the Clippers are gonna do. Nicholas, thank you for the dono. Where do you think Brown is going? Hawks, maybe? I mean, I think the Hawks make sense. They have the assets and they can give Boston some quantity. But Boston has like signed Conley. They signed Mitch Robb. They drafted Sinak and Dylan Mitchell. Brown is from Marietta, which I looked up is like 30 minutes from Atlanta. Would be cool. Excuse me. Just stream until 6. I got to do other stuff today, man. I got to do other stuff. Do the rebuild live. That would be fun. don't know. Because sometimes I do like a bunch of different things. Ethan, thank you for the dono. For the Mavs fans about defense not being in the mix for MVP, you guys must be furious that Miles Garrett lost MVP. Be real, guys. The NBA wants offense. Yeah, I mean, like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I think Wemby needed a little bit more on his side in terms of like the minutes played, but like, yeah, it's tough. The NBA is never going to quantify the defense, you could say. It's an offense-driven league. Same with the NFL, right? For that case. But I do think Wemby's going to be the odds-on favorite to win. Let's see. Do they have MVP odds for next year already? Do they have MVP? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, FanDuel has it. I'm just curious to see who they have as the betting favorite. So they have, sorry. Wemby's plus 200, Shea, Jokic, Luka. Like Giannis is intriguing. Where's Kawhi at? Kawhi's at plus 10,000. It's just like, will Kawhi play 65 games? It's tough. But yeah, like I said, Wemby, he's the favorite. It's probably going to be one of these four. Giannis, though, is interesting if the Heat are good in the regular season, but maybe it's going to take some time to get going. Obviously, Tatum can revert back and like Brown is gone. His numbers can go up. Bronson, man, I don't think he's ever going to win it. Nicholas, thank you for the dono. Do you think Kuminga's sign and trade can happen? Yeah, I think so. But I do think Kuminga's probably in that mid-level range for like 2 to 3 years. So a lot of teams I don't think need to do a sign and trade. McCain, thank you for the donation. Why are teams still pick dumping for bad contracts? Shouldn't more front offices follow the OKC mold? My Sixers have been killing me with this. Yeah. It's tough. Like the Kings did it, right? To get off the Devin Carter contract. It's very tough if you're doing it for a first round pick. Like obviously the Maxey pick or the pick that they just got this year, the Thunder, was from like the Horford one, right? So teams should do it. It's just it might not be there. Like I said, the Bulls should do it. The Nets should have done it. They kind of did in the last few years. They got the Terrence Mann contract for the 22nd pick, so we'll see. But I don't know. Maybe teams are just catching up, and teams don't want to give up picks because of the new lottery odds. Where you could be the 8th seed, and you can get the number 1 pick as the 8th seed, which is insane. So before he signed off, we got Jameer Watkins going back to the Wizards, which I actually would have liked that for some teams. I don't know where he plays. They have a million young wings, so we'll see. Hey, Harper to Wemby, thank you for coming out, man. Thank you for the dono. Hey, man, I appreciate the hard work you do. And I know I'm under every video you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. Hope to see you at Summer League, man. Been 3 years straight. Super fun. I'm so jealous. I have a good friend that's getting married the Friday, the 10th. So it's putting a wrench into my plans. I don't know. I'm still TBD if I'm going to get out there in Italy next week. I'm going to be out there next year. I say that every year, though. But enjoy yourself, man. I heard it's a great time. It's a great time. He plays the 2-3-4, so I guess he's the forward. Yeah. Flat iron, I got you. All right, so I think I'm actually gonna. All right, I think I'm bad luck too, but I only plan on going live for 2 hours today. We were live for 4 hours yesterday. And yeah, I think if some stuff happens tomorrow, I could go live tomorrow, so you could be on the lookout for that potentially. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I wanted to stream for 2 hours. I apologize that I think I'm just bad luck. Or just nothing has happened, but we talked about a lot of the moves, and that's why I wanted to go live as well. Talk about the Kessler stuff. Cody, thank you for the donation. Need Shams to announce they're into the Kings already. I don't feel like it's going to happen, but you never know. You never know. The Lakers actually got Kessler, so we'll see. If the Kings are willing to throw in the Kessler package, maybe it does get done if it's that type of unprotected pick. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to do well with, let's see, shout out my filter that right there, but let's do that. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you for coming out. Sorry, David. You can kind of rewind to the beginning, probably the best part to watch the stream, where it's my reactions pretty recently of the moves that went down with the Lakers. So if you guys could drop a thumbs up on the stream, can go a long way. Colin, thank you for the $2 dono, man. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go record the Walker Kessler Lakers rebuild. Want that out today. We'll get Grimes, Sexton, Mamu, all those guys as well. Going forward, add some perimeter defense because they definitely need it. And then, yeah, follow me on Twitter as well. They'll have some reactions. I've been posting more on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow me there. That's in the description as well. So, yeah, thank you guys donating. Like, you guys are so kind. Thank you guys talking in the chat. Sorry if I missed any of your messages. Maybe I got the grand theme of it, though. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys maybe in another stream soon. Be on the lookout for that. Catch you all on the next one. Ticker behind me is called a tidbit. Peace, guys.